age it can be is given 175 million years of age.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So without being able to carbon date the gemstone, all those stories, in fact I've been very wrong in all the articles I've written, because I've been looking and talking to people about the Baltic as it comes in from the shore here, but inland they've now dated it as a minimum of 40 to 45 million years old.
Yeah, the minimum can be guaranteed.
Yeah.
The maximum age we don't know. Could be a lot more than that.
Yeah, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Today's course has been really good. I've been on the micro macrame course with Deborah, and we've been doing quite a lot of knotting techniques and bringing them together to make a little small owl. And then we're currently working on a freeform necklace or bracelet, which is really good because there's no rules. It's been a really, really good day. You get an awful lot from it, just in terms of being able to use your own imagination to transfer it into the piece that you're making, and it's just been a really good day, yeah.
JewelleryMaker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, JewelleryMaker are never far away.
Hello, hello and welcome. You're watching Jewellery Maker. I'm Jenny Cleary, and today I am joined by one luscious lady. Her name is Laura Binding. Hello, my lover.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You've done some amazing jewellery today. I love it.
Thank
all
you.
colourful and gorgeous.
Yeah.
Very rich looking. What's it all about, Laura Binding, today?
Well, today it's all about rings and pendants, so it'll be fun.
Well, you're looking down there and giggling because Ben is on the floor stealing your chocolates. Look at him. Look at him. Do you know what? There's an injustice been done there. Stuffing his face with cake, and look at the size of him. It's unfair is what it is. So unfair that, isn't it? Look at him munching away. I like your hair, Ben. It looks nice. He looks all trendy, doesn't he? Please text us in today.
You're welcome.
Bye, Ben. Bye. He did a little... now, it's bank holiday. Are you having a little bit... It's a bit miserable outside, though, so stay with us. Stay with us. Becky's got this fan on the go. I'm going to turn that off. That's only going to lead to trouble with me. Now... I want you to text us in 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. Otherwise, it goes to... I think it's like the dog's home or something. Because you know, do you know, I was there was an advert on the TV and it says text 60777. I was like, hang on a minute, no, that's jewellery. But you've got to put the jewellery maker bit at the front. Or you can send us a free message, all the w's.jewellerymaker.com, and click to watch us live and then message us. It's bank holiday. We want to know what you're doing. Are you having a drink today? Are you suffering from yesterday? Are you making some cakes? Are you doing a bit of craft today? It's nice to have that little extra day, isn't it? But you know what? Stay with us. It's miserable outside. I've got to tell you, we got 2 wonderful kits today, and they are both going under £20. And one of them has got so much malachite in it, it should be illegal to. It shouldn't be under £20. I don't know what's going on there, but it's happening. I've got loads of gorgeous things for you. I've got a tool that I've got no idea how to use, so Laura Binding's going to show us, and it's brand new. And we all know you've got to have brand new tools. If they're coming out, you need them. I'm going to start with some brand new sterling silver for you. And these are some of my favourites, because have you ever wanted to create a road bracelet and you want all the rows to stay exactly as they are? Well, I've got the connectors for you. I think they're absolutely gorgeous because they've got lots of silver in them, but they're not really over chunky, they're not too delicate, so they're absolutely perfect if you've got about a 5mm or 6mm pearl. These are going to be perfect to make the 3-row bracelets. Or if you like to do a bit of bead looming and you want to be able to finish it really nicely, then I've got a really super finding for you. Have a look at this. So you've got sterling silver here with the 3 rows. So you could, do you know what, you could use this in an earring finding way, couldn't you? So it could be an earring, and you could do chain, and it's actually called something, that, but I'm not clever enough to remember what it is. You get 4 of these, so you could essentially have 2 bracelets, or you could have 2 pairs of earrings with these, or necklaces. There's nothing to say that you can't use these for necklaces. There, got to tell you, really milking that. Loads of you already on the phone lines. It's lush to have your company today. Absolutely loads of you, because these are only £6.95 and they are solid sterling silver. I mean, these are real silver. I think it's always a great idea to incorporate real silver into your designs, because if you're selling them on, I think the perceived value is so much greater. If you're buying them, I'd rather buy sterling silver than buy something that wasn't solid sterling silver, you know, and you can charge that a little bit extra for it, and I think your customers will appreciate the piece of jewellery for what it is, and it's going to make a much nicer gift. I mean, I always think if I'm going to buy a gift, I'd rather buy it with sterling silver, because you sort of want to present something you feel proud of, don't you? Laura, what is it for you about sterling silver? I mean, I know that all findings have got their place. Plated is great because you can offer really small price tags and people can get the luxury of your designs. But what about sterling silver? Where's that got its place in your designs?
For me, it's a guaranteed, you know, it's guaranteed that people are going to be able to wear it. People recognise it, so straight away people are going to think of higher quality. As soon as you say that is sterling silver, people are suddenly going to think, you know, oh, that's going to be more expensive, because they expect it because of it being sterling. You know, and it enables you to use your high-end gemstones with it and get a real good high-end piece of jewellery, really.
That's it, isn't it? It's about having the high-end piece of jewellery. And look at this price tag. It's only £6.95 for 4. Well, I think that's absolutely amazing. Where else are you going to get solid sterling silver findings for a price tag like this? I think you've got a real deal here. Get yourself on the phone lines. FOWI 61. I couldn't read that. No, well, I memorised it and then forgot it. We've only got 105 of these left, which sounds like a lot, but there's so many unchecked baskets, and most of you are multi-buying. We've got loads of text messages coming through. Angelique says, hiya Jenny, looking beautiful as always. Oh, thank you, Angelique. You've got a lush name. Great to see you back. It's raining outside, but sunny inside watching JM. Yeah, Angelique, mwah, mwah. 2 kisses back to you. In fact, 3. Mwah. The lovely Christine in London is saying, Jenny, lovely to see you. You bring sunshine on a miserable... Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I love you loads. 0800 644 655. If you are dialing for this, it's a free phone number. Polly is saying, yeah, Jenny, how are your eyes today? Felt so sorry for you the other day. Looking forward to a crazy show. Actually feel a lot better today, because maybe it's because it's really not so bright outside. But thank you for your concern. I was telling everybody I was getting full attention for that photosensitivity, but I feel a bit better. I've had thick glasses like Ray Charles style on everywhere I've gone. So I'm feeling a bit better, thank you. It wasn't making me feel bad, I felt fine. It's just annoying, isn't it? Streaming at the very sign of light, and wearing those eye things to bed, because even... like in the morning, my kids are taking the mickey out of me, and I went out and took the bins out the other day with them on my forehead, and my kids were like, please don't go outside like that, our friends are out there. £6.95, dressing gown, eye mask on my forehead, I look like a right sight. Loads and loads of you there. It's so lovely to have your company. Have a look at that. 77 remaining. I've got about 50 unchecked baskets. We started with 220. So these are really popular. I think we're going to have I've got a feeling we're going to have a really busy show today. So keep your eyes peeled. And remember, we got Malachite pendants, loads of them in a kit, going under £20 a day. I know that's going to sell out. Well, I reckon it will. I do. Now, I know that. Now, I'm going to give to you. Where should we go next, Scott? I thought about 17 because I love this. I love this clasp. So it's a tongue in box clasp. And what I love about this actually is it's reversible. So if it flips over, it's going to look gorgeous still. And there is a lot of silver in here. So if you're in the mood for some sterling silver, then you need to stay with us. Look at all of the detail on both sides, but also look how thick that is. It's a very substantial clasp. Do you know what this clasp reminds me of? Something that a jeweller would use, a bespoke jeweller. I think these sorts of elements are really special in your designs because they look so good. They look so professional. I love that we've got things like this now because we never used to have stuff like this at jewellery. This is when you push it from a hobby to a profession, isn't it? Because you're going to start selling things and they're going to look really, really professional. And actually, I think that you get a bit of a sense of pride when you've produced a piece of jewellery that people don't believe you made, that it could have been from a jeweller's. I think it's fab. So let me show you. You've got the one loop here. And then when you want to open and close it, so maybe you've made a bracelet. Actually, these look amazing. And I know I've gone on about pearls all the time because they're my favourites. But these look amazing in the centre of a pearl bracelet. I wouldn't have this at the back. I'd have it at the front because I think it's too pretty to hide. Already half the stock's gone, so it's only £6.95. Just get it. Get loads of them. That is so low in price. It's ridiculous. Let me show you how it works in case you don't know. So you press down and you pull it out. But what I like about these is you know you've got really great quality because you know when you hear the click, it does that. You know, it clicks right in. Don't know if you can hear it. Oh, you can't hear it because it's too far away from my microphone. You know when you hear the click, you've got quality. 4, unless it's like in a bone or something. They're gone. They're sold out. We're so busy today. Now I'm going to give to you. I like the way you said 9 then, Scott. 9? Box number 9? 9? You're proper brummy. Sometimes, Scott, you sound like quite posh, and then you sometimes really go brummy. Like, depends on whether you've been out the night before with your mates or not. You were out with your mates last night. Oh, what was that? Anya. Now, have a look at these. These are fab. Are these keshi? These are keshi. Are we calling them keshi? Oh, biwa. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, there's a fine line between a biwa and a keshi. Have a look at these. Now, these are, well, I suppose these are thicker than keshi, aren't they? Keshis tend to be a bit wider and a bit thinner. These are thicker and skinnier. That didn't make sense. Thicker and skinnier, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Now, you'll accept that, won't you? Have a look at these. Do you know why these are perfect? Because they create amazing texture. Think about tiaras and fascinators, but also think about icicles. Because, let's face it, I reckon summer's pretty much done, isn't it? And actually, I don't mind that, as long as I know. I don't mind getting my chunky boots and socks and lighting a fire. That's all good, isn't it? But I mean, we could have done with a few more sunny days, let's face it. But these are going to be brilliant for your Christmassy designs. Think Ice Queen style necklaces, dropping these in gorgeous earrings, but also bunching them together to create lots of texture. Because I think when we are wearing more, when we're wearing our chunky knits, we need very textured pieces of jewellery. We need that chunkier look. But I love the classic white colour of these. And you get, these are absolutely rammed. They're stacked up full of pearls. There's loads on the strand here. VJGP05 is your item code. These are white pearls, are 15 by 7 millimetres, and they're £17.95. Now remember, these are out of an oyster pearls. They are genuine pearls. They're absolutely gorgeous. Laura B were pearls. I'm a big fan of pearls. I know you love a pearl or two as well, but these are about texture as well as the having that status of a pearl, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, those, like you say, they've got more texture. They look to me more organic. They look more like they've come from the seed, you know what I mean? They've got that, because they've got that kind of texture and sheen to them. I just think they're lovely, and they're something a little bit different. They take it away from the classic round pearl or potato pearl and just give it something a little bit more of a modern edge sort of to it.
Absolutely, wholeheartedly agreed. You're right. They give it a twist. There's something. If you love a classic pearl, have a try at these. 4 left, only 4 left, and I've got too many unchecked baskets. It looks like they've gone and sold out. We are majorly busy. I love it. I love it. I've missed you lot. Thank you for staying tuned. I'm going to give to you. Let's do this apatite. I love this apatite. This is a brand new strand. Look at this tropical colour. It's just gorgeous. If anybody's been lucky enough to go on holiday and actually dip their toe in the sea, and you can still see your feet in the sea, not like the Great British Riviera. Isn't it lovely? Have you been on holiday, Ryan? You'll go to Crete. Well, this will be the colour of the sea. Go to a lagoon, Ryan. Go to a lagoon. Look at that. Look at that colour. Now, Princess Kerry, you're bound to have been on holiday lately. Have you been on holiday recently, Kerry? Yeah, you have. Like, when I say recently, I mean like in the past couple of months. Yeah, recent means like the other day, doesn't it, Kerry? You haven't been on holiday. You've been to Disneyland, didn't you, not long ago? When? Oh no, that was months ago. She has. She knows what I'm saying. When you jump out of Daddy's yacht into the water, is it this colour? I'm only jealous of you, all right? It's jealousy speaking, not hatred. I want to live with you and do the things that you do. Have a look. She hates it. Why do you hate it when I take the mickey out of you for that? Because of all the things to take the mickey out of, that's like mild, isn't it? That's a good thing. Look at this. Anyway, it's about the strand, not about Kerry's luxury lifestyle. Have a look at this colour. It's amazing. It's a happy colour, isn't it? Do you know what? And I do think this could be frosty in the winter with silvers. But I think if you put it with a bit of citrine, it could be really zesty and happy and alive. Isn't it gorgeous? $17.95 is going to be your price on a regular day. We're going to give you an introductory price tag because Scott can, because it's bank holiday and literally there is no management upstairs apart from Scott. He is the management. He is the management. £12.95. Look at the clarity of this strand. I think this would look very nice indeed with some white pearls, in between some white pearls on a bracelet and necklace set. I think this would look beautiful if you want to surround a gorgeous cabochon that you might have. Maybe you've got some kunzite or some morganite. I think this would look amazing surrounding that. If you've got a really pretty cabochon that lacks clarity, you don't have many cabochons that have clarity, do we? And this is there to offer the sparkle and the clarity. Laura, what about you for small rondelles like this? It's in the colour, it's in the clarity, isn't it? But what do we do with it when we're designing?
For design-wise, they make beautiful rings. So you can have just a couple splashed across the front of a ring. You can make a cluster type ring with them if you wanted. So you could keep it quite fun, or you could do something quite elegant as well by just having a couple woven in the front part of a ring. For me, I would I would team it with copper because it would really make that colour pop. Yeah. But then if you did it with silver, it would look really nice and fresh. You know, little earrings. You don't need a lot to go very far. You can easily just they graduated. So just take the centre part and pop it in between 2 lengths of chain and keep it really simple, that everyday.
Just a few?
Just the centre part where they graduate out. So you've got the largest section, pop it in the middle, bit of chain, and that's your everyday. It's going to go with every outfit.
I think these are really pretty. Oh, we've only got 36 and we're launching this strand today. There are lots of you on the phone lines today. There is a bit of a queue on the phone lines today, so please bear with it. But it is a free phone number. If you're dialing from a UK landline, we're very busy today. Of course, you can shop online. There's never any queues on there. Sharon in Glamorgan is saying, hi, Jenny, please. Can we have a sneaky peek at the new tool? Thanks, Sharon. Can I do that? I'm doing it, whether you like it or not. I got it. It's one. I got it. We got a few nice we got the flush cutters in as well. Professional jewellers tools, European quality, comfortable, great, extra fine tips. What's this called? It's just pliers. Pliers. Let me see on the list. I think this is Speciality pliers. Doop, doop, doop. It's not a bent chain nose, it's the mini V making pliers. Brand new and coming up in about half an hour. This would be really good if you had the really thick wire and you wanted to make a triangle to suspend a tiny little gemstone in the middle of that triangle, like one of these neon apatites, wouldn't it? I mean, that's just me thinking now. There's probably going to be a million reasons why you need these. We're going to talk to Laura Binding in a bit about it. Now, I'm going to give to you, doop, doop, doop. Oh, can we do this ruby? Because it goes so well with this apatite. Look at this together. Beautiful. Now we've got very limited amounts of the apatite left, so we're going to put it on the bottom of your screen, but we are approaching single figures for that apatite now, so if you want it, grab it now. These are gorgeous together. They're amazing. That's really pretty. That's Indian wedding pretty, those colours. I love those together. Look at that ruby. Isn't it so nice to have a gemstone that is as prestigious as ruby? Look at that sparkle. There aren't many ruby strands that are faceted in a way that give them an amazing, an outstanding sparkle. Have you got any black spinel like this that sparkles so amazing? I mean, it would go together and just look harmonious. Look at that spot. Look, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And can I just comment that this is a very, yeah, I can, because I'm in control of what gets commented. I'm in control of that. Have a look. I am, can I comment? Yes, that's your job, Jenny. Get on with it. Yeah, Scott doesn't normally say what you want, do you, Scott? Now, you're the least strict producer, I think. Yeah. Have a look at this. People do what you like because they like you, Scott. There you go. That's what you've done. Yeah. Now look at that sparkle. But what I was saying, can I just comment? It's a long strand, isn't it? 23 centimetres of nothing but ruby, uninterrupted ruby. Gorgeous. These are beautiful. And again, I think I like Laura's idea about a ring with these, and you can use these really sparingly, but you could just you know those three if you bought the connectors that we started the show with the 3 rings, imagine a 3-row bracelet with this, with the apatite in the middle and these 2 on the edge. Beautiful. That would be beautiful, and you'd want to get it valued, I think. Have a look at this. How many? We haven't got loads left. Well, loads of people are buying this. Lynette, Diane, Charlene, JewelleryMaker in Greater Manchester, Rosalind, Cheryl, Pat, Ellery, Madeline, Jake, literally loads of you. £24.95 is an amazing price tag for ruby, and look, it's 17 carats. 1 carat ruby ring is really wonderful. So that's a big carat. £21.95. Just get it. Again, we're doing brilliant price tags today. We're having a sale. Miss Bank Holiday. 24 chances left. PHG Z87. We are super busy today. Majorly busy. We have got queues on the phone lines. It is a free phone number if you're dialing from a UK landline. So don't worry if you're in a queue, but I do want to put it out there that you could miss out. So make sure our website, obviously no queues there, but you have to check out your baskets. Oh my goodness, 20 chances at £21.95. Listen, if everybody checks out, they're gone. Mary, Deborah, Christine, Tracy, Madeline, Rosalind, Cheryl, Pat, Ellery, Jane, Caroline, Richard and Anelia. You've got to check out your baskets because there is a queue on the phone line. Some of you aren't going to get this if you don't check out. Now, I've got some sapphires. I just want to put them together, and Scott's just said that we could do these now if we wanted to. Have a look, and we do want to. Have a look at these together. Lush. Oh, I really like that. That's lovely, isn't it? Let's do some blue sapphires. We're getting a bit precious, aren't we, darlings? Bit precious, isn't it? I'm just thinking that ruby, by the way, would look lovely with the Malachite cabochons that we've got coming up for you. Look at this. The depth of this sapphire is gorgeous, isn't it? This is a true sapphire blue. I always love sapphire, and I always think, well, if Princess Diana chose it, there's a reason for it. It's beautiful. Always a regal connection, I think, with sapphire. That and pearls, they go very nicely with the white pearls as well, don't they? Have a look at this sapphire strand, because some of these boast great clarity. whilst others boast a real richness of colour. The saturation in the colour is fabulous. Look at that sparkle again, really well faceted. For an expert labradorist, amazing. Should be 21. That's a should be. It's real sapphire. Let me just check. Is it treated in any way? Just with heat. We all like a bit of heat. Have a look. A VMR U57 going all the way down to £19.95. That's an incredible price, like under £20. Amazing. Put them in earrings, put them in rings. There's so much you can do. I love this. Real princess gemstone. Talking of princesses, Kerry's had an amazing tattoo of a princess carriage, haven't you? And it made me think, shall I have a tattoo? Because I've never had one. I've always been scared. I've always shied away. Do you want one as well, Scott? Should we go together? Let's go together. Let's get really drunk and go for a tattoo. Well, I'm thinking I want a tattoo now. I'm not sure. I was saying about it to my mates the other day. Ryan, have you got some tattoos, some secret ones? You want to get some? Should we all go and because tattoos are getting better, aren't they now? Kerry's is really good. I really like it. And it doesn't matter when we get old and wrinkly, does it? Because it'll be like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. You know, it'd be another thing to tell your grandchildren, won't it? Well, your grandma did this when she was younger. You know? Because Mia's going to be pretty boring. She's really square, so I think it'll be up to me to tell the grandchildren stories. You've got tattoos, Laura, haven't you? What have you got?
I've got an angel, a shark, devil.
Oh my gosh, you've got loads!
And a couple of star signs.
Oh, I like that. And we all know Mark's got the big phoenix across his chest.
But I like to have mine so that, you know, I have got them, but I can cover them up as well. So, you know, I can still, you wouldn't know it as such.
Might have one. I was going to have an M here so that my hair could go down. But I just think, is that a bit boring? But only because I wanted to just sort of test the tattoo water.
It's not too bad there, as long as you don't have it going across the bottom of your back, that bit across your neck.
Would that hurt? I'm all right with pain.
That bit there.
I have my eyebrows tattooed. But
then you'll be fine. I'm too scared.
Then they went ginger after 2 years. And now, if I don't draw my eyebrows in, I shouldn't really tell you this. I'm naturally beautiful. I'm not. They went bright ginger and looked ridiculous after 2 years. And now if I don't draw them in, they just look ridiculous. And I mean ridiculous. 17 chances at 1995. What do you think? Should I get one? Shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Text in. Maybe someone can design one for me. Because our Claire, did you see she put on Facebook, our Claire from the other shift side, she designed an amazing tattoo. It was wonderful. Yeah, Kerry, that's a good tattoo. It's one of those ones that people are going to see when she's in a bikini, everyone. It'll look lovely. And we all know how she likes a holiday, so it'll be out frequently. VMR U57. Now... Oh, we're a bit posh today, aren't we? We're a bit posh with all these gemstones. Look at this. This is amazing. There's amazing. This is enchanted. Look. Can I just say something that's really different about... We're only in single figures of this, obviously. It's a Tanzanite pendant. But its back isn't 100% flat. Do you know that? I wonder if you can see. You know how most of our cabochons have got this absolute certainty to the back? This is almost... You could actually... Do you know that's a real positive thing if you wanted to prong set it and have it up that way? Isn't it? Because actually, either way could be the top of your Tanzanite. I mean, this is a real Tanzanite. Look at the depth of blue, and we know with Tanzanite, the deeper the blue, and when obviously you still get some pleochrysm, we're talking about a lot of money. We're talking about a gemstone that is one of the rarest gemstones in the world, that comes from one mine, only one mine, the foothill of Mount Kilimanjaro. If everyone votes yes tattoo, can I pull it off, a tattoo?
Yeah.
But where should I have it done? Where?
Yeah, there.
No, I want to discuss it now. We'll talk about it later, yes, but on air. E-O-N... Scott went, shall we talk about this later? You didn't say it. He didn't say it like that. He was like, shall we talk about it later? At £39.95 for your Tanzanite, E-O-N V87, but we're going to take £10 off the price tag for you. Please be quick, don't miss out. Because for under £30, you're getting a wonderful, wonderful Tanzanite cabochon. Now, Laura, you do work with a lot of cabochons. Can you talk to me about why you love them?
Just because of the variety of things you can do with them, really, you know, and the fact that you can get a high-grade gemstone like Tanzanite and get it into that sort of, that size, you know, I just think it's amazing. For me, I would make that into maybe a reversible pendant. So I would have it...
Good idea, because you've got that domed both sides.
Yeah, so you would have it so, you know, you caged it as such, had it held in and then had it decorated around the sides so that, you know, either way, and the light would shine through it as well then.
I love this. Somebody said I should get a frog on my tattoo.
You need to get a peacock.
Say that again, darling.
Peacock.
I could get a peacock. I love peacocks. That's a lot of colour filling in, though.
Yeah.
Anne says, Jenny, have a little tattoo. You could so carry it off. Where shall I have it, Anne? Where? But where?
Yeah.
Lower back, says
No.
Elizabeth.
I
I'm not a fan of my own back. I've got a fat back.
Maybe your neck there. But maybe not a peacock on your neck, because that might be a bit...
Yeah,
you could have like a shadowed peacock, like a you know, so like a...
Fleur's got a nice one, hasn't she, of a horse, which I like.
A dragon she's got as well.
Is it a dragon?
Yeah,
Why
it's a dragon. I
think
think that's what you're thinking of. I got the star signs of my family. So I've got my star sign, I've got Jackson's, and I've got Tony and Kayla's, which are luckily are the same one.
I'm obsessed with star signs. I could have 2 magpies because I'm obsessed with them. Or is that like... No, I'm not.
No.
No, I'm going to steer away from that. Now, it's time already. I think time flies when I'm here. It's time for our first designer inspiration. So we're going to go over and have a look at what Laura's done today. I've got some beautiful, beautiful cabochons. We're not going over there now. We're going to. It's all been confused. I confused everyone, didn't I? Because I thought in the old days we used to go for a break and then nothing happened, so I just carried on. You know, I could have just not mentioned that, like I was professional. It's the best way, just to be honest. Now, I am going to. Is Ryan's blaming the other shift side for their confusion. I blame Phil. Yeah, I blame Phil for most of life's mishaps. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 malachite cabochons. Now, malachite, let's talk about malachite. It's, for me, I love green. Some people will tell you, oh, I prefer blue over green. Green's my colour, and I'll tell you, I love when you look at our country. Great Britain is so green, isn't it? The countryside, it's wonderful. And I've been sort of a bit going here, there and everywhere. And every time you're on a plane and you look out the window and you're coming home and you look out the window and you just see it's so green. It's so green, you don't realise till you go away, and it's so beautiful. I love it, the colour, all the hills, the different colours of green, the meadows, I think it's absolutely stunning, my favourite colour. It's also a very regal colour, and if you like history and stuff, if you look back into historical jewellery, a lot of rich reds and a lot of rich greens, and they would wear it in their costume, and the reason for that, rich green, rich red, rich purple, is because those colour dyes were the most expensive, so you'd show off your wealth with a really deep colour. And I think people have sort of looked at that and seen kings and queens of the past and the gentry and seen all these rich tapestries of colours that they wear, and they associate these colours with wealth, and I just love it. And I think now malachite is 100% natural. It's a gemstone that is so interesting because it's made up of layers of greens of all different shades and all different depths. I think it's super dramatic, and I love that it is 100% naturally that colour. There is no dye, there is no heat treating, it's all that colour. And you turn it over onto the reverse and you can see all that wonderful colour and wonderful patterns. Have a look at that for colour. And you've got 4 rounds and 1 oval. Sorry, 4 rounds and 1 oval. Now, I'm a massive, massive fan of these. And do you know what? I don't know if Laura agrees with this, but doesn't malachite have this amazing smooth texture to it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful gemstone, and it's recognisable, but just by the colour and the markings on it.
Slush. Now you're getting all the important gauges for wire. You've got 0.8mm wire, which is thick enough to make a ring. It's wonderful to twist, but it's still easy to manipulate if you want to do those big wirework projects and make something that's substantial as a pendant holder, or if you want to prong set. So it's a great all-round wire is 0.8 because you can do so much. It's got a lot of diversity to it, but also it makes a great skeletal, like a spine for adding on your finer wires. So if you want to do your wire weaving, you can do it, and I'm going to give you a 0.6, which is great for making earring hooks because they'll still go through your piercings, but it's also great for weaving. And then you've got a 0.25, Laura, it looks like.
Yeah.
And 0.25 is wonderful for all your very fine detail work. So you've got all the three important gauges to make a really substantial wirework piece, and you've got it in antique bronze, which is such a great colour that goes with so much, and it's perfect. I mean, this is perfect for your autumnal pieces, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful blend of colours here. Now the price should be $29.60, and I think that is an outstanding price tag for the malachite alone. I think you've got ever such great value for money. We promised you both of our kits today going under £20, so that's what we're going to do. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Already half of the stock of this is gone, by the way, and I'm seeing so many multi-buys. $17.95 for today's kit. Outstanding price tag. All you need is your wirework tools. You've got the malachite. Half of the stock of this has gone over half now. I'm seeing many multi-buys for this. $17.95 EZG C37 is your item code. Make sure you're checking out baskets or you're going to miss out on this. We do have queues on the phone line, so please be quick. Let's go on over to that gorgeous girl and check out all the fabulous jewellery that she's done. Come with. We're going to have a look at the malachite and the antique bronze together. They just make such an incredible combination. Let's check out Laura's designs, because they're amazing. Now, to me, this is very Middle Earth. For anybody who loves all their like Lord of the Rings designs, all of their Game of Thronesy sort, and I love that sort of fantasy, Middle Earth kind of thing. Obsessed. Love stuff like that. So this is, I think, very Middle Earth inspired jewellery. I love this, Laura. You've done amazing jewellery today, by the way. And the other kit, really, really zesty and fresh, so stay around. Look at Laura's designs because they're wonderful. Look at the way the wire work really flows, and because you've got those three gauges, you can create straight from the off. I love the rings. Look, isn't that fantastic? Isn't that malachite coming through? So dramatic, that colour. I love it. And then going to the next one, look at the detail. Laura's going to teach you how to do this. I know you're looking at this now thinking, there is no way I can be that neat with wire. Laura's got so many tips coming up for you. Please stay tuned, and you know what? Watch what Laura does. She's incredible. If you've got any questions now, listen, the kit looks like it might sell out. We have got so many unchecked baskets. If everyone checks out their baskets, this is sold out. There is a 3-minute queue on the phone lines. Stay where you are. Stay exactly where you are. EZG C37, use your debit card or your credit card. We're going to be in single figures in a second. Everyone checks out, it's gone. You're on the phones for it. Stay where you are on those phone lines. I know there's a queue. It is a free phone number. Look at all of these gorgeous designs. I mean, Laura is fantastic. I'm going to try this on. Have a look at that. Look at that colour. I love it. I love this.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and it's my favourite colourway. You know, it's antique bronze. It's beautiful greens. They just go together so beautifully.
It's fantastic. You're very good.
Oh,
no, you're not. You're excellent. By the way, did you make this?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Where did you get the finding from? This? Did you make it?
I made it.
What, out of bare copper?
Yeah, out of sheet metal.
That's amazing, Laura.
Thank you.
Really good. Is this a thing we're doing here, or did you do it?
Yeah, we've got copper sheet now.
I just, sorry, to completely change the subject. Look at Laura's necklace that she's made, just so that you can really feel your confidence in your designer. Isn't that amazing? I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's got my children's name stamped on the back. Slightly off wonk, but...
Amazing. Is that how you spell Kayla, with an I?
Yeah, Kaila, and Jackson, Jaxon.
I love that. I met another Jackson with an X in Australia. Yes, I did.
Ah.
There's 2 of them, and I thought of you.
And Claire Sweeney's named her newborn
Has
child
she?
Jackson, spelled the same as mine.
She must have met you.
I reckon.
Am I doing that thing now, like in Australia? There's everyone like, oh, here we go. It's really annoying, isn't it? Sorry. In Australia, yeah, like I've been on a gap. You went on a gap year, Scott, did you? Oh, it's like when I've been on a gap year and found myself. I'll never find myself. I was lost from the beginning, love. Now, which one are we going to go for,
The
Dom?
one on the clear. Thought I'd make it easy for you.
The one on the clear. I was like, what are you talking about on the clear?
stand. Yeah, just to do a little bit of weaving, a little bit of something a little bit more advanced. And you know, it probably won't turn out exactly the same as that, because you know this style is very hard to replicate, which for me is part of the appeal. That every single one you do is going to be different. It's going to have a slightly different variation on it. But you know, it's just about the confidence of the wires, how to sort of, you know, we're going to end up with 6 wires, so it's about knowing how to handle those wires, when to cut them, and having that confidence really to just trust your instinct.
At what level of wire work should we be at before we're trying something like this? Can a beginner do this, or would you say go away, have a little play with wire for a couple of weeks, then think about the bigger project?
I would probably say practice a little bit and then just get used to the wires, but you know, have a go, because once it's just having the confidence really.
Yeah.
So I can't see why, as long as you're happy to have a go, that you couldn't do it, but it is a little bit more on the advanced side.
Okie dokes. Right, let's get started. Which wires do we need? You've obviously got your cabochon.
Yep.
Are we using all 3 of the gauges of wire for this?
No, for this one we do just use the 0.8 and the 0.25.
Okay.
And I happen to have chosen the smaller oval one, but you should be able to do this with any of the shapes of them. It's just that's the one that I happen to have for that.
Okay,
piece.
that was to hand.
So I'll go through the wires very briefly. We've got the 0.8 and we've got the 0.25, and for me this is an ideal combination for rings, because you can get the flexibility and you can still create your piece with that sort of fluidity, but you won't create too chunky a ring, because otherwise it'd be uncomfortable to wear.
Okay, so it gives you that comfort. It's not... Yeah, you're right, actually, because if you use a really big gauge for something that you're going to wrap, you feel like you can't put your fingers together, whereas this one you've got the comfort, and actually that's quite important. It's not all about design, it's about wearability as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, because you're using your 0.8 and your 0.25, you're able to create something that's really substantial looking, but weight wise it's not too, you know, it's not uncomfortable. You could wear that happily all day and not know that you were wearing it, apart from obviously the look of it. Sometimes if you go to thicker gauges it can imprint into your finger a little bit, so if you went for a 1 mil and a 0.4 and become a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, I've done that before and it's hurt.
But because this is a 0.25 with the 0.8, it just gives you that nice comfort that you know is going to be easy to wear. So that's the reason.
I've got all scratches over my hands, sorry, from something as boring as removing lime scale with wire scrubber. That's how my life is now. This has happened to me. Right. You need to fire me, actually. It's really boring now.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is the length of wire, the 0.8 wire that you need 3 lengths, okay? But you don't actually need too much, because all you need is enough to be your ring shank, and any extra wires are purely your decoration. So, you know, we want enough to be able to decorate on each side with a bit of weaving, but if you think about how much, you know, we've got a small ring, we don't need tons of wire. Okay. So I would probably say it's probably about up to my sort of elbow, probably about a ruler's length, to be honest.
So about 30 centimetres?
About 38 centimetres, about a ruler's length. Okay. Obviously, if you're going to be doing a larger ring, you know, some people do wear larger rings, you know, then take that into account for your ring shank. Okay. And obviously, if I was going to do this with a larger ring in a larger size, I probably would use maybe a larger stone to balance out.
Yes, yes.
This is going to be just a sort of standard size N, but if I was going to do sort of like a you know, higher scale, like a W or a Y down that scale of the rings, then I would probably use one of the larger, rounder ones. Okay, and you're obviously referring to ring sizes. Now, if you haven't got one already, go onto our website and check out stock availability for our ring shank, which is amazing. Ring mandrel. These are amazing if you are
making rings. Now, if you haven't got one of these, you can use something with a circumference that's similar, such as a thick black marker pen. Some people use little round nail polishes that they might have. So there are ways of doing this if you haven't got the tools, Laura.
There are, but if
this
you,
is the
if
best,
you can get
really.
the tool, get the tool, because you can get an accurate size in then as well.
Okay.
This one, as I said, a lot of people are standard size, sort of about N, and that is really, like you say, the average marker pen kind of size. But yeah, if you need to go variety. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take my 0.25, and I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to keep it on the reel.
Because it's easier to manage then, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it easier, and you know, there's no need for me to cut it yet, and I might not cut enough, and then I'd have to add in, and I don't want to have to add into this.
No.
Not for the ring shank anyway.
Fleur and I were crocheting last week, and she was leaving her crochet reel on the... See, again, this is my life now. It's all line scale removal and crochet. We kept it in the bag, actually, on the reel, and it's easier because you don't feel like you're like in a mad mess.
Yeah, and also, especially with a 0.25, it is a finer wire. It can get itself more caught up in itself, so it can become a little bit more... You do need to control it a bit more than you would maybe the 0.4, because it is, you know,
because it's more
finer.
boingy.
Yeah, basically,
more
and
boingy.
it springs about. But as I said, what you don't want is to have to add wire into the ring shank part of it, okay?
Okay.
So if I can have that ring, I'll explain what I mean by that. So, thank you. Ooh. So this whole part here of the ring, we want all of this to be able to be done with one piece of wire, because if you have to cut and add wire into this, then that's when it becomes you know, you've risk of sticking in if you don't get your edges down properly.
Okay, so you need to create this for comfortable wear.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my first piece of wire, I'm going to take my 0.25, and I'm just going to leave a little tail, and then I'm just going to wrap 5 times.
Now, you always leave a little tail so that it doesn't spring out of about an inch, yeah?
Yeah, probably, and that will be cut, but it just gives you a bit of stability, because it means that I can hold that tail and the wire, and it gives me security on that weaving wire.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is just push the end part of that wire down, then I'm going to take my second wire, place that nice and close to the first wire, and then I'm going to wrap both the wires 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So the wire's away from me now, and I'm going to add the third one. Okay, and I'm just going to, just so that I can keep them all nice and clear, sort of make the wire go up. Okay, because then that way I know I've got my bottom, my middle, and my top wires. And now what I'm going to do is the wire is facing away from me, so I'm going to just wrap this top wire here. I'm going to wrap that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time I do this, I'm just giving it a little scrunch up so that I know that it's sitting nice and close. And then what I'm going to do is take that wire and wrap it over the top and middle wire, the 2 of them together 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And again, the wire is facing away from me. So what I'm going to do now is wrap this bottom wire 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the pattern will become, you wrap 5 times around one wire, so it'll either be the top or the bottom wire, alternates, and then around both. So I've wrapped 5 times around the bottom wire, so now I'm going to wrap both wires, the bottom and middle wire, 3 times, sorry. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take the wire and wrap the top wire 5 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then wrap the top and middle wire 3 times, and then the bottom wire. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
2, 3, 4, 5. Now what will happen...
Look how neat you are, you're so neat.
So I'm going to turn that around just for you to see.
I've just got to let everybody know that if everyone checks out, the kit has sold out. We have got about 40 unchecked baskets, and we only have 12 remaining. So if you don't check out the basket, this kit will have sold out. We're having, obviously, still people calling in for this as well. So if you've got an unchecked basket, it is unsafe at the moment. Check out your basket or miss out. I think this will sell out within the next couple of minutes, mind. Sorry, my love. Off you go.
I just love the mind.
Mind. That's a West Country thing, isn't it? Mind.
Yeah, I guess
Saying mind after.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it from the front. So you can see the pattern a little bit. If I hold that for you to see, there you go. So you can see, now that little wire there is the tail. And what I'm going to do is, now that my weave is established, I'm just going to cut and remove that, okay? And take my chain nose pliers and just gently kind of crimp that down. Now what you will also notice is that I've worked towards the end, from the end towards the middle. So I've started my weaving at the end here, and what I will do is push my wire towards the centre.
Now, it's important not to go too taut with your wire then, is it?
Yeah.
So that you can still move it. So don't be like...
Your tension needs to be quite relaxed, but it still needs to be tight.
Neat but relaxed.
Yeah, so what I'll also
relaxed.
show you is that you can see it's pulled in a little bit, just where I've been wrapping them, just the centre wire's pulled in a little bit. Now what I'm going to do to deal with that is take my flat nose pliers and just gently crunch it. And then
so your flat nose pliers, and you just sort of pressed against it. You didn't overdo it, just a little sort of...
But see how they're all sitting straight again now? So what I would say is do a little section like this, straighten it, make sure, you know, stop, sort of go over it with your pliers and then pick up the pattern again, and then, you know, little sections. Otherwise what will happen is you will have that tension issue. Now if you're left-handed, you can simply, you know, work this way around, as long as your weaving is coming from the end to go inwards. So it doesn't matter, as long as you can push your weaves into the centre. So it doesn't matter if you're going from this side or this side.
Oh, okay. As long as it can go, it doesn't matter. Okay, so if you're left-handed, it might be that you want to go from that side.
Yeah, it might be that you might find it easier to work from this direction, but what you want to do is make sure that your weaving wire is on the edge here, so that your piece is going, your weave itself is going towards the centre.
Righto.
Okay, so that's the only difference if you're left or right-handed, really. So what you would do is you would keep that pattern. So I'm just going to cut that. I'll show you.
You need to check out your baskets now. Our little doodah actually isn't related. We've got single figures, so you need to be quick.
Okay.
Oh, it's working now. The doodah day, the thingy-majig. My mum does that. Oh, you know what's his name from Thingy?
Oh, that Thingy.
Like, what are you talking about, Mum? None of that made sense. What's his name from Thingy? Could be anyone.
You should be worried when it actually makes sense. When you go, oh, yeah, I know. Exactly, yeah, because they had that thing, didn't they, over there the other day?
That thing. Yeah. My mum does that all the time.
Okay, so I've just done a section there, and that is going to be my whole ring shank there. Oh, sorry.
There we are, my love.
All right.
So neat. Don't worry, you can take time practice it. And actually, Laura, you've got a ring DVD, haven't you?
No,
You've got
I
a ring
haven't.
DVD?
No.
No, we have got ring DVDs.
We have got ring DVDs.
So go and grab one of those if you want to sort of familiarise yourself with how it all works. You need to do a ring DVD.
Yeah, I need to do like a more woven one, maybe.
Yeah, that needs... Scott, make it happen, please. I'm going to div it up.
Okay, so what I wanted to do is, what I've done is enough that's going to be the ring size. So it's just going to be whatever size ring you're going for, you want this to go around at that size. Okay, I've gone over it again like this, and what I want to do now is just to move the weave into the middle of my wires. So to do that, I'm going to take my pliers and pull the base wires. I'm not going to move the... I'm not moving the weave.
You're holding the weave, Laura.
Yeah, I am
so
holding
is that
the weave.
To stop it overgoing? Yeah.
Okay, and then just... Oops. Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Now, a little tip you can do is... See, this can happen, where it can break up a little bit.
Okay,
and that's fine. You just scoot it back up.
Okay.
So if it does sort of break up a little bit...
Oh, yeah.
You just push it back together.
Oh, fine. Okay, so don't panic about this.
It's fine, it goes back to normal.
Okay.
Okay, now one thing, a little tip, what you can do is put a little loop at the end of your wires, so that if you did pull the wire too hard and it did go out, it would stop at the weave, because it's a pain to try and feed it back. You
like
won't be able to...
stopper.
Yeah.
Like when you wear roller skates.
Yeah, okay.
I love roller skates. You can't be in a bad mood roller skating.
I haven't roller skated for years.
Well, you should. You never see a sad crying roller skater.
Unless they fall over.
Yeah. When you see someone sat on a jet ski, you can't feel your face when you're jet skiing. You're like that. Woo! No one's sad. They haven't got time for emotions when they're jet skiing. He's like, that's the same as jet skiing. Have you jet skied lately, Scott? He did, yeah. He had a jet ski. Fair play to you. Now, unfortunately, the kit's sold out. I told you it would happen. But I'm going to give to you the now these have got to be the ultimate tool of all time, the fastest selling of all of our tools, the must-have, and I mean every single one of our guest designers have this tool. And it's got to be for good reason, Laura. It's not a fad. You all use it, you replenish them. When you lose them, you get upset. You've all got your name written on them because if one thing's being swiped, it's these.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's actually, they're just, for me, they're just the best type of flush cutters. It was actually me who spoke to Hannah and said, you need to just get, they were the first pair that I had before I even worked here.
Right.
And they lasted me so long. Unfortunately, I've reluctantly taken my 2 pairs out of my toolbox because Benny ate them both.
That pesky hound.
So, Mum, if you're watching, I want a pair of these.
Oh, so you need a new pair?
Well, I've got my Xeron ones, but I do...
But these are the ones for you. I mean, we sell both of them.
Yeah, we sell
let's
both
be
of
honest.
them.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, but be honest, I find that they're a little bit more durable for the thicker gauges than the Xeron ones. So for me, you know, they both are brilliant. They both have their own uses. The Xerons are a little bit more precise and a little bit more precision.
Okay.
For me, they're just the brilliant all-rounder, do everything, and I miss them.
I know Gemma Crow can't live without hers. I know Mark can't live without his.
No.
I know Rachel Norris can't live without hers. Caron Crawford, Alison. I mean, all the greats have got them. Now they're $29.95. All right, they're a little bit more expensive than your average tool. Again, we're laying it on the table. We're talking the truth here, but they're worth it, and you get what you paid for. FIFO reviews, and you know these are always, you know, your reviews are always the most honest. Jen from Essex says, I wish I had bought these earlier. That seems to be the sort of general consensus, doesn't it? Now, look at that. You've got that flat edge there, totally flat. So our other flush cutters, actually, have we got any of the original ones?
Cutters?
Yeah,
side cutters. I think
our originals. I want to show you the difference because it could be that you've got our starter kit, which is brilliant, but you want to take things a little bit further. Your wirework skills have advanced somewhat, and you think you're ready for the bigger projects. You're ready to be doing those more precise designs. You need to be really quick with this because we've only got 30, now 29 left, and there are loads of you there. MKB M69. I do have to just warn you that once these sell out, we do struggle to get them in. We do. Now I'm going to show you the difference. So these cutters, you can see, haven't got the angle. Now, what is this angle here all about, Laura? Why does that make such a massive difference? I know Gemma Crow said to me that it's a major difference that it makes when you're using these, but why?
You can get in close to your work. You can get in really nice and close, and the way that they cut is quite a difference. So, like, I've got some 1mm wire here. So what I'll do is I'll show you. Now the flush cutters will cut the wire to a flush slope. The side cutters will kind of do them to a pinch, to a point. So straight away, the piece itself is harder to finish if it's...
Oh, so you can show us the difference in the
Yeah.
finished wire now. Right, so that's a side cutter.
Okay, so that's quite nice and clear for you to see.
Yeah, so that's pointed. Is it supposed to be pointed? So that would be good if I was making a brooch. So all horses for courses and all that. That's quite a pointed end, isn't it, there?
And then you'll see that that is like a flush.
Flat as a pancake.
Well, that's not flat, it's sloped.
Hang on. I think that's flat, isn't it? No? Oh, it is sloped, okay.
Yeah, so you see it
Oh, I
there.
was looking at the wrong end.
So you can see there how that's sloped, very neat and sloped. So straight away, finishing your piece is going to be instantly easier. If you can hold that to that, you can feel the difference as well.
Yes, you can. It's true. Look at that. Can you see the difference between the ends?
The cut is just so much better. You know, you can go with these beadle on.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss mine.
And they, do you know what I
love
like
the
about
feel
these?
of them as
they
well.
feel nice in the palm.
I want
They're
some.
nice and
I need them.
soft.
I'm really gutted that mine have been chewed. I know.
You do love that dog.
I do. Yeah. Well, it's just as well.
I love. Do you know, animals are so annoying, but you just can't help loving them, can you?
When they eat both your pairs of flush cutters, they're, you know, it's considerable. It is.
Just take yourself away for an hour. Think about why you love that little hound. It's the vacant expression of a dog and the waggling tail when you come through the door that'll make you forgive anything.
He's got the. If you say to him, "Was it you?" he puts his head down and sort of backs away because it is. But he can't hide it. He's no good at hiding. If you go, "Was it you?" whichever one didn't do it goes, "No, it wasn't me." The other one goes, "I'm so sorry."
Wait, you've got 2 hounds now.
Yeah, I've got Benny and Enid.
2 hounds.
Yeah.
Oh, 2's better than 1, isn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah. So I personally, you know, I need to get those because
your dog's destroyed
I miss
them.
mine. I love them both. But for me, I think they were my very first
They're your
ones.
faves, aren't they?
And you know, one thing I'll always say in my workshops is, you know, I'm not there to sell people things, but if you need to get some pliers, get the flush cutters.
Well, there you go. Laura's got both. These are, and we sell both, and they're both sort of about the same price. Laura's saying that these are her favourite, £29.95. Only 16 of these left, and lots of unchecked baskets. We're selling out of pretty much everything I've brought to screen to you today, so you need to be quick with everything. Oh, please remember you've got a bottomless basket all the way up from midnight. You only pay once for your P&P, which is amazing, and it's a free number to ring. It's almost like we want you to buy things from us, isn't it? Now, Laura, we'll let you carry on. We've got about how long did you say? We've got 5 minutes before we got to go to bed. Is that's not enough? Oh, before we do the brand new tool. Sorry.
I was going to say.
Well, listening.
I was about to have a mini heart attack. Well, that's how you do a ring shank.
We've got half an hour for that. Sorry.
Oh,
I was like, what, Scott? No.
Okay, so.
5 minutes till your new tool. If you want it, need it, gotta have it. Stay poised.
Okay, so you'll see again how easy this is to manipulate. Now there's 3 pieces of 0.8. Now if this was 1 mil, you straight away it would
If
be.
you had 3 lots of 1 mil, you'd be like,
it would be trickier, and you wouldn't have such.
Get good guns though.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that. So put it on the size that you want. So you don't need to worry about going up or down sizes. You just go for the size that you actually want. And so you've got it so that it doesn't matter if it doesn't 100% meet, if there's a tiny bit of a gap, as long as it is only a small gap. So I lift those wires up, you can see that the gap itself is probably about 1 centimetre, and that stone's going to go over that, so that's absolutely fine. You can see it's only very small. Okay, so I'll take that off. And what I'm going to do now is just stitch this together, just to keep it together. So what I'm going to do is, just feeding the wire. So I would have cut the wire from the reel now, just got about 1 metre or so to work with. And I'm just going to go around all 6 of the wires. They're not crossing or anything like that, they're going in opposite directions, so I'm just going over a couple of times just to hold them together, just to make it a bit easier.
If you cross them over, it can create a weakness, can't it? And a bit of a bulk.
Yeah, it's going to create a bulk more than anything behind the finger, and you just want this to be flat and comfortable to wear. Okay.
Okay.
So again, take either your flat nose pliers or your chain nose pliers, it doesn't matter. Okay, just trying to see, there we go. Right, so we can go back to here. Now what I'm going to do now is take the top set of wires and open them out into a bit of, just so that they sort of fan out into a V. Okay, with the 1 centre wire in the middle. Now what I'm going to do is, it's one of our favourite weaves, it's just going to go 3 on one side. Okay, so if I go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go basically over and under this centre wire here. So the wire's in front, so it's going to go over the centre wire and over to the other side. And it's going to go 3 times around this wire. So 1, 2, 3. Now this is one, as you can see just by working, how my wire wants to twirl around and get a little bit twisted. So just keep an eye on that and try and keep it as straight as possible. So now the wire's at the back, so I want it to go behind this middle wire. So it's going in between these 2 and then wrapping 3 times. So you're going around each wire 3 times, but just going over and under this middle wire as you do so. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly do a little section of this, and you'll see how quickly it does build up. Okay, now you'll see I'm not holding it, and what I'm also doing is put my finger in between in the ring itself. That's helping it maintain its shape. It's helping keep this section here flat, and I'm actually not holding it really tightly. I'm just, my hands are relaxed, I'm just gently controlling it really. Okay. Tension wise, you're just scooting it down. So I'm not pulling the wire really hard. I'm not sort of doing this and really taking my time to do this.
You're not overthinking it, are you?
You just, every time it goes around, I just give it a gentle sort of little scoot down. And because you're using such a fine wire, what I'm doing with my thumb is kind of putting a little bit of pressure at the base of the weave. And then when you get here, you can almost just let it naturally stop. So I'm just pulling it gently, and when it stops...
and actually, the more you do it, the more it comes together, and you think, I am getting somewhere here.
Yeah, and it does. It will build really, really quick. Okay, so I'll just quickly 2, 3. Okay.
So let's have a look at that. Oh, I love it.
So you can see how quickly that will sort of build up.
That's quite a nice staple to have in your sort of design bank, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can incorporate that into quite a few different designs.
Well, you know those little aquamarines? You could weave them into this now.
The little apatites.
Yes, yeah.
Loved those.
Yeah.
Oh, and the colour would look amazing.
Yeah,
How many
really
have we got?
pop.
About 5 of those left?
Yeah.
On the bottom of your screen now. And at 12.90, I don't know what that is. Don't know.
No, no one will know.
Don't know.
So what I'm going to do now is, again, you've only got a small stone, so you don't need to get too carried away with this. What you want is just enough. So you need to look at your ring and think, one, how am I going to set this? Am I going to set it this way or this way? I chose, because it was a smaller stone, to set it this way. So I can start to get an idea now of just folding that over. Okay, now I'm not going to lie, this little bit...
I won't lie to you.
I won't lie to you. I can't do... I'm rubbish at accents.
I won't lie to you, Laura.
I'm not going to lie. It's... this is a fiddly bit because, you know, you've got an under gemstone and you need to secure it. So it is a little bit fiddly. And a lot of it at the beginning is just using the stone almost as a template and then knowing, yep, that's fine, and then going to the other side and then putting it together when you've done the 2 sides. So, you know, don't expect instant results thinking, right, okay, well, why won't it hold? Because you do need to make sure you place it. The other thing to notice is that my ring shanks become quite large as I've been working with it, so this is where you can...
Now, it will change shape while you're applying pressure and stuff, so what do I do in that instance?
Well, that's just because of how I've been holding it. So what I would do before I start locking this in is just pop it back on. Now, you can see how far that could have gone down. Bear in mind I was up here, so what I would do is just place it back at the size I was aiming for and just pull the unwoven wires a little bit tighter again, and that will just bring it back into the size that you want. So just be careful, because you don't want to have done all this lovely work and then not realise that it's done that and then end up with a ring that's going to be too large.
No.
Okay, so then what I want to do now is I'm just going to... I can show you it this way. So I've got 1, 2, 3 wires here. So the wire that's closest to the ring shank, this one here, I'm going to just secure it around, and again, this is the beauty of a 0.8. See how easy it is for me to do that?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to place that there. That's locked that in place now. Okay, so that can't move, which means that my weaving wire I can bring over here, and then I can do something on this side. And now I want to look at how I can secure this as a base, because the layers of weaving are done after you've got it secured. So don't worry if you think, well, I'm going to have to go over it like that. That's absolutely fine, because it's only to secure it, and then we can start, the weaves themselves will extra secure it. Okay?
Right.
So I'm just going to place that over there and then catch that side. And again, with that wire, just push it through and wrap it around that ring shank. You don't want to catch these wires. So if I show you up close, I have not... So that wire's gone under these wires. I've lifted these up and it's underneath. Okay, so it's very loosely held in place at the moment. All right, and then what I can do then is bring another of the middle wire from this section that we just woven, and bring that across as well, and do the same with that, just to give a bit of security. Okay, so the ring's still going to move. We know that. It's just to give it a base, but we know also that that's loosely held in there.
You've got a hugging point.
Yeah, so that when I start doing my layers of weaves, it's just going to set that even more. Okay?
Yes,
So
perfect.
yeah.
Right, shall I do this now?
You do
Is this
that
a good
then.
time?
Yep, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, now, I've got a brand spanking new tool for you. If you are an absolute tool freak, you've got to have everything, then you need to grab these. Laura, I know for you, you're a massive wirework enthusiast, and anything that makes your life easier or anything that's come out that is boasting to make your designs better, you're going to get it, no question.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, why would I need this contraption, and what exactly is it going to do for my designs?
It's just going to help you, isn't it? If it's V making, so it's going to enable you to get those sharp angles, isn't it? So, yeah, have a piece of wire.
I'm going to have a play, Laura.
Yeah,
I won't
figured you
lie
would.
to. Now, if I had twisted wire, I was thinking this would be really great for that as well, because sometimes that's quite hard to... Do I just pop it in and then press down?
Yeah.
Oh, I
get
see.
that.
Actually, this would be great for letter making. It'd be great for making hairpins as well,
Okay, so there's
because you've got that perfect angle. And making stars ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
Perfect for that. And the great thing is, if you're making something that's going to be really angular, then you know that you've got the exact right bend on everything. So your bend will be exactly the same. Half of the stock is already gone. Half of the stock's already gone, and this is a very good price tag for a brand, especially a Beadsmith tool. It's under £10 at £9.95. If you've used one of these before, let us know. So if you want that perfect triangle, also if you want to make stars and you need the points of the stars to be exactly the same. If you want to be able to manipulate your twisted wire, this is perfect. There's probably so many other things that I'm not even thinking about. But if you want to do zigzags and go the other way, this will be perfect for that as well, Laura.
Well, I mean, the good thing is, like, you're using twisted, I think that's a 1mm twisted wire, so that's technically the thickness of a 2mm gauge. And you're
so
able,
it's going to work really well. It's quite
well.
easy to, well, it's very easy to use actually, isn't it? You could do squares with this, you could do triangles with this.
But you're not marking it at all.
Oh, of course. So coloured wire, this is perfect for, because you're not marking it.
Because you're keeping, whereas when you're trying to get that sharp angle with your pliers, you know, sometimes if you're trying to get your pliers in and you're trying to do this and then you start to do this, you can start to pull it out of shape as well and start to get the wire you know, at risk of marking it, whereas there, because it's one fluid movement, it's consistent as well.
I'm just thinking it's going to be perfect for zigzagging. You can do M's and V's and all sorts, can't you? Now, if you've done like a weave and you want it to zigzag, but you want the points of the this peak to be exactly the same, then you're going to be able to do that as well. And it's always going to have that same exact angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect for all sorts of different designs. Now, I've got to let you know, 3/4 of the stock of this brand new tool has already gone and sold out. We've only got 20 of these left. We've got loads of unchecked baskets. LCBD61 is your item code. Your Beadsmith mini V-making pliers at just £9.95. Use debit card or your credit card if you're shopping with us here today. I want your tattoo design ideas as well. Is it a good idea? Is it not? Don't know. Don't know.
It's a big
decision. Looks like there's a gun. Well, is it?
Wow. Yeah, and it's got to be the right tattoo, I think.
I'll think about it. Is that Martha coming in on a bank holiday? Did you wet the bed? Only joking. Only joking. No. Have a look. I don't know what that means. All right, Martha. That was a mum statement. Did you wet the bed? Yeah, because I'd imagine that she'd be in bed today, just doing nothing. That's what your mum says when you wake up early. Not now. My kids wake up really early and I have to tell them not to come into my bedroom until 7:30, and they have to have, one of them has to have a cup of tea with them before they start asking me questions. Do your kids do that? The minute they wake up, a million questions, and you're like, please, my head.
No, mine just come in. Kayla comes in sometimes with her own pillow to try and get into our bed with us, and you're just like, no, get out.
Max gets in my bed all the time.
Yeah, no.
All the time.
No.
He just goes to sleep. Don't matter.
It's good if you want to blag another 10 minutes. I'm like, just get in. But Kayla, I send her back because she's got a clock in her bedroom, so she can and it's digital, so I tell her not to get up or not to come into the bedroom unless it's 7 o'clock. She's really grumpy if she gets up early, and she needs to have her sleep, so I just tell her, you need to get back into bed.
Yeah, they drive you crackers, don't they? Although, having said that, I do not want the 6 weeks holidays to end. It's gone too quickly. Now, we've had 3 unchecked baskets for our kits, something to do with the card. So please, if you wanted it, we got 3 left. You've got to be quick. All that malachite, ridiculous. Scott's just handed me something gorgeous. Thanks, Scotty. Now, Laws, let's continue.
Okay.
Where are you at? Have the pliers, they've sold out, they've gone, they've sold out. Absolutely gone, absolutely sold out. Now, before you go on, I was going to say go on, but no. These remind me of a Monet painting. I blooming love them. Look at these. They remind me of lily, you know lily pads when they flower? And they float in the water. That's what this looks like. It's very romantic. Isn't it pretty though, do you think? I really like that. And then you've got all these different, I love this colour. This is my favourite colour at the moment. I'm loving this, saying this to Fleur the other day. I'm actually soft furnishing in this colour right now.
I love that. I love that. They're beautiful.
I'm a big fan of these. Oh my gosh, look at that one.
Oh, I love that.
That's amazing. It looks like there's a big piece of ruby in the middle of that one. And these are ruby zoisite pendants. Aren't they lovely? Oh, I love these. There's a real difference between... They're only £9.95. And you get all of this. You get guaranteed 250 carats. So you'll get about 4 of them. £9.95. Are these brand new, did you say? Oh, I love them.
I love them.
I love them.
They like they glitter, don't they? Look at that one.
I love it. This is my
ring.
favourite. Which one's your favourite? Was it that one?
I have to say this one.
The darker one. My favourite. See, everyone's got their favourites.
We could get a pack and split them.
Share
because
them.
I would have the darker ones, you'd have the lighter ones.
Oh, I love these. I really like these, Scott, a lot. Good choice. Yeah, really nice. YCN V78. Do you know what? It's really nice actually to have a break. Come back and see all these new things. It's really exciting because everything's new to me at the moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen that. Like I haven't seen what you're doing here with your bare copper. I think it's lovely.
But you could do this with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Really lovely.
Easy to do, yeah.
Those are gone. They sold out. Everything's selling out today, Scott. Please continue. Okay. I'm going to put the last of the remaining flush cutters on your screen. Very small amount of those left. Are there any left, the flush cutters? Oh, there's 10 left. Right, so if you want them, we're running out of stuff today. You lot are going crazy. They're $29.95. Ever the popular tool, those, aren't they? So, Laura, sorry to have interrupted
you. No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine.
I'm just going to straighten out your skewiffness. There you go. Skewiff. There you are. And you're going to continue as a demonstration.
So, okay, so what I've done is I've already explained what I did. I had this is the section that we wove first of all. And so one wire has gone around the ring shank just to anchor it. And then it's then gone across the stone here over to the other side. And it's one of these wires here. I've done the same with the middle wire here. And that's over here as well. So now there's just one wire left there, which I haven't done anything with yet. And then I've got the 3 wires that were from the other half of the ring shank. Now we haven't done anything with these yet. So all I'm doing is mirroring, in effect, what we started over here. But what I'm doing with this side, excuse me, is I'm making it more of a feature. So the first half we did, it was more of a support.
Right, so that was more structural, whereas this is more of a design element.
It helped to support it, but it looks nice as well.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have those different levels of layers, you know, but it's given the stone itself some support.
Yes.
The stone's also got support from the section where the 6 wires went across, which is why we did that. So see that there?
Yeah.
Okay, but this part here, I want to be part of the design. I want it to be a feature, so I can start to mould it so it actually goes across the stone, and it's also going to start to lock the stone in. The stone can be removed still, so it's not held in.
So be careful at this point.
I mean, it would if this happens, I probably won't do it now. I'm trying to.
Don't prize it out, though.
So see how it can come out.
Yarp.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I can place that back in. and then I can pull the wires along a little bit, and I can just make sure that I'm happy. This wire here, I can use that one just to pull across the side a little bit, just to keep it in place as I'm working. Okay. Now, as I said, with this one, it's exactly the same as this weave, but what I'm doing is 5 on each side. No reason. I just felt like just gives a slightly different look. Okay, and then going over and under that middle wire again. You know, you don't have to do lots of weaving on this. It's only little sections to cover the ring, so it's not like you're doing massive long pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, so every time you're doing this, every time you're working your design out, look at it and place it against the stone. Make sure it's going how you want it to go. So if I've got onto here, I can place it and think, right, I need to go a little bit further. I need to go, but I'm planning it as I go along. Okay, because these wires have got to then be changed and still look nice.
Okay.
Okay, so you just go along a little tiny bit more. Oops, so I'm going 5 times around each wire. Oh, this can happen. The wires can get a bit contaminated. 3. This is where you have to do lots of counting to yourself.
It's quite therapeutic though at this point now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is just design-wise now. You're just making a feature of the stone, really. And you don't want to cover the stone up too much. You want it to be a feature as well.
Yeah, because it's got that wonderful colour to it, hasn't it? But you don't want to overshadow it.
No. Now, what I can do is I've cut my wire from the reel. So I can go around once, and what I can do, just to lock this in place, is I can feed it, just almost stitch it through that section that I wove before. And then pull that and then continue wrapping. That can't go anywhere now because it's been stitched technically to the frame behind it.
Yeah.
So I know that whatever I do with these 2 wires isn't going to affect this one.
Right, okay, and actually they can sort of weave and spine around them, can't they?
Yeah, so it's just, you know, this is something that it helps with your confidence just to let the design create itself sometimes. 5, so then going over. So now that that's done, I can bring it across, and what I can do is bring that back wire down again and wrap that through, and that's held in place. And then again, I've got these 2 wires here. They've met this wire now, so you can see how every time you do something there's a new opportunity. I'll pass that, I'll turn it around and you'll see. So make sure your stone's sitting in as you want it. You can tweak this as well. Okay, so it's starting to lock in. So these 2 wires here have now met that last wire that I had there. So I've now got an opportunity to do a 3-wire weave again, should I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see, oh, the stone's come out, that's absolutely fine.
That's, you were saying that was
yeah,
going to
it will happen,
and that will.
and it will. And the reason it will is because I haven't done anything with these yet. I haven't secured this half.
Yeah.
As soon as you secure this half,
It won't pop out.
it won't. You can see it's secure on this side, so you just need to do the same on this side.
Okay.
So again, now it's up to you what you want to do. So just have a bit of a play about with it, with where you want these wires to go, and play about with different types of weaves. Okay, so what I can do now, look at your wires, see if you've got enough. Like these wires here probably aren't really long enough to do much weaving with. Okay, so I could probably cut them and get rid of those.
Okay, so cut your losses.
Yeah, you don't want to. You would cut them neater than I just did. Okay, so take some more wire. Now, you know, change it about a little bit if you want to. Just because you've got 3 wires doesn't mean you have to use all 3 wires.
Okay, so you could spiral some of them. You don't have to use them just for weaving onto.
No.
Let's have another look at the original as well, so that we can. There you go. I don't want to reach across you.
That's okay.
Oh, Ryan's got it. Of course he has. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing.
Okay,
Of
now
course he's done it.
what I'm doing is you'll see how, and when you can see this. When you're actually looking at this yourself, oh, look at that on your model. So if I show you now,
My old hands look a bit wrinkly. Those hands, don't they? Nothing you can do about that. I've looked into it.
oh, that stone's escaping again. Okay, so what I've done is this wire here is actually meeting up with the other wire from the other side, and this wire is from the weave here. I know it sounds a bit confusing, but basically what I've done is, remember I said I had that spare wire from the first weave we did?
Yes.
This is that one with one of the weaves from this one.
Okay.
One of the wires from this one. If that makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. When you're looking at it, you'll see where they naturally cross, and you think that's a nice place to start a weave. So this time I'm doing the exact same weave, 3 on each side, but I'm only using 2 wires, so it's going to just be those 2 wires. So it's a really quick, and it will build up really quickly. 3. You would take a little bit more time, obviously. And what you can do then, so it's exactly the same as we were doing, I just haven't got to go over and under the middle wire. Okay, 2, 3. So again, scoot it up and place it across. And you can see now, again, make sure you really have that stone in place before we do anything else. Can you see how now it's straight away it's changing?
Yes.
And that's kind of twisted now. And again, little tip is get rid of those. If you have to add wires in, get rid of them so that you don't find suddenly pieces of wire. Okay, so again, I'll just quickly do this little section here. Okay, and again, what you could do is just oops, sorry. So keep that nice and set into place. 2, 3. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly get this to go over to the other side. All right, and what that's also doing is the woven part of this is giving support to the stone. So you'll really net that stone into place now because it's kind of sitting in there.
Okay.
So if you see that there, see how it's supported now, and that stone itself has been supported by those wires, so that's not going to be able to go anywhere now, and you'll be able to just really lock it in with a wire going across here. Okay, and again, I mean, you'd weave all the way down to that side, and then see an opportunity just to secure that to the ring shank, and really make sure you've got that stone in place. Okay, so if I just sort this out a minute.
So sort yourself out.
Yeah.
I've got, while you're doing that, because that's sold out now, I'm going to give you the wire twisting tool. Now, we've had this for a while, this wire twister tool. You've got one. It's great for twisting wire, but why would I need twisted wire?
Well, it just it lets you create your own colour combination. You know, you can create 5 as many strands as you want, really. 5 strands, or you know, 6 strands, and twist them all together. So it gives you a bit more variety, a bit more scope. And like I said, you can do it all one colour, because a lot of the wires that we have got some that are the same wire, but a lot of our twisted wire is 2-tone.
Yes, it is, and you might want your own.
You might want it all completely silver, or you might want it all completely antique bronze.
And with these, you can do the much thicker gauges. Gemma Crow's got this, so has Rachel Norris. There are tutorial downloads on our website to show you how to use this. Now, this is going to be the bank holiday bargain of the century. We're going to take it down from $17.95. You're not even going to believe this. Price tag is incredible. If you've already got one, get another one. $6.95, ridiculous. Yeah. We all paid $17.95 when they came out. These are just $6.95. Now, actually, that's the smaller tool that you're seeing there, and Rachel Norris uses this a different way to that. Oh, you're arguing with me about that, are you, Ryan? That's what you want to do? Are you sure? All right, well in that case then, Hannah Osborne's got massive hands. Because look, I'm sorry, Ryan, I'm definitely right. Either Hannah Osborne has the hand of a giant, or I'm right. Which is it, Ryan? Which is it? Now, look at Hannah Osborne's then, look at me. It looks smaller in her hands. No. Now, listen. Now, listen. Pull yourself together, Ryan. Now, listen. Can I just say that actually Rachel Norris uses this from the side. Can I show you? So she actually, you see this little window here? See what I mean? There is no way that's the same tool. Look at the size of it in my hands. I've got really tiny, tiny hands. No. But yeah, that was 6 inches. I've got the big one. I've got 9 inches here. That was the 6-inch one. Now, what Rachel Norris does is she uses this little window here and twists from there, not from the tip.
Yeah.
And I think you can find both ways of doing it, but this has got to be the most outstanding price tag, hasn't it? Down from $17.95 today, only guaranteed today for $6.95. There are very busy phone lines for this, as you can imagine. TOZX47. Please make sure you text us in today. We love your banter on a bank holiday Monday. I want to know what you're doing. Did you go out last night? What did you do? I want to know everything. Now, what are you up to, my dear darling?
Oh, that
You didn't go out last night
no,
on
I
bank
didn't.
holiday Sunday.
I was doing
Scott
a late
did.
show.
Scott did.
That's for some.
Where'd you go, Scott? Had all his friends over. Have you got your own place now? Oh, he's got his own place. He had all his friends over. See, that's gossip you didn't tell me. Oh, there he is. Party Central at yours, was it, Scott? It was. It was Party Central at Scott's.
I watched Pitch Perfect.
You watched Pitch Perfect? I haven't seen that yet.
Is
Is
it
it
good?
good?
Got a DVD, you can borrow if you want.
Oh, thanks, because I like the actress. What's her name? The Australian
Rebel.
one with the blonde
Rebel
hair. Rebel
Wilson.
Wilson, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it
funny.
is, yeah. So anyway, so basically, you know, I've just gone across and I've just hand coiled a little section there just to give it a little swirl, just to take away from any kind of obvious gaps. So if I can just show you up close, you'll see exactly what I mean. So if I show you there, okay. So where the weave is going across there, it's quite, you want it to just kind of cover that. So I'm just doing a little swirl and that's just going to go across there and just help hide it really. Okay, so then you can just again pick up your weaves, pretty much the same as what we were doing on the ring shank. We're going to go 5 and 3, so but only on 2 wires. So 5 times around 1 wire, 1, 2. That stone is not having any of it. It will be clicked into place in a minute.
You better behave, Stone.
It will, because we're just...
We'll make it behave.
We'll make it. See, when I pull this
I'm the
wire,
master of discipline.
when I pull that wire across there, that's going to lock it in. Just because I haven't done that side yet. So it's just, you know, each side's going to lock it in completely.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm doing now is I've just done that little spiral, so I can get rid of that now. That little edge there. I'm just going to turn the piece over, and this is where your flush cutters really are quite essential. So I'm just going to cut just slightly above. Let me show you.
So where did you make the
there.
incision? There.
Okay, and what I'm going to do...
Is it called an incision, or is that just
Not
for
really,
surgery?
yeah.
That's when you snip skin, isn't it?
So I'm
Yeah,
just...
don't make incisions unless you're qualified to do so,
What I'm going to do is
or a
just
vet.
tuck that edge in there and get rid of that edge, okay? So that's 1 wire gone now, okay? And what I'm doing now is wrapping these 2 wires here, which is just I found my wires naturally in the right place. I'm still using the same wire from the reel, going around 3 times, and then I'm just going to wrap 1 wire 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then both of those wires 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So if I turn that around for you to see, again it's very fine, but you can see it. So it's 5 times around the bottom wire, that bottom wire there, and then 3 times around both. And you just keep picking that pattern up, just for as long as you want really. This is all just completely decorative really, and just keeping that stone into place. So 4, 5, and again this will sort of build itself up quite quickly. So straight away you can see now actually I could swirl it across in that direction and have it going across there. And again that's now starting to lock these little corner points and making it so that stone can't escape. Okay, and if you think you've got any weak spots, then just go back over it. So if I look at it there, I think, well, that could be
that's exposed.
yeah, that could be a weak spot, so it's something that I can play about. And again, because I'm using my 0.8 wires, I'm able to manipulate those wires and make sure that they do go around, and just that now is more secure. Okay, so you can see now that it's less, it can't really escape, so it's been held in. So everything you do now is just decorative with all these wires, and if you don't need to use all these wires, start to look at it and think, right, okay, do you know what, am I going to need this wire here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wires there.
Got it all going on.
Do I
so
really
that
need
you
that?
could afford to lose.
This one now, yeah, let's start getting rid of our wires. We've gotten rid of one already. So again, get rid of it in the best way that you can. So what you can do is push it so it goes on the inside of the ring shank. Take your flush cutters if you've got them.
Do I have to be cautious of cutting it in a place where it won't snag on the skin?
Well, I'm going to show this bit now. I would only say do this if you have flush cutters, okay? If you don't have flush cutters...
Another reason why you need them.
If you don't have the flush cutters, take it, just cut it on the front at the edge.
Remember the burring tool we had?
Yeah.
Did that work?
Not on this, not for this cut.
Okay. Thanks for
I'll
the
explain.
honesty.
So, if I cut this, what I'm going to do is, again, I can get in there nice and close, okay? And I'm cutting it just about halfway. So I can show you the inside, and if you can see the inside. Just in there. So I've cut it just there.
Okay.
Now what I've done is, because I've cut it with the flush cutters, what I can do now is take my chain pliers and just really put a lot of pressure on it and really crunch that. Now, I know it sounds a bit crazy, but run your finger along it, because you're always honest.
No, I'm good. Am I supposed to feel it?
No, that's the point.
Oh, right, okay, good. I thought you were going to go, you're honest, so you can still feel it. I was like, well, I can't.
No, that's exactly it. And so you can feel. So you've really pushed that edge
I really
in.
went for it then as well, thinking I should have been a bit careful because it could have cut me, but it didn't. There was
I
nothing
knew that
there.
it wouldn't. So because you've used your flush cutters.
That's always my problem. Jenny, stick your finger in this. Okay.
So because you've used your flush cutters and it's cut it at a flush like this, whereas the other ones would cut it at a pinch like this, they've cut it at a flush like that. So all you've done is just push that in. So there is no sharp edges.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay?
So that's why.
That's why. But if you...
Our wire's nice and soft, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very easy to use. Now, if you don't have flush cutters, what I would say is, see this wire here? Have it so that it's going across as if you're about to wrap it, and then cut it nice and
at
close.
the top end, not the bottom end.
Yeah, again, just, oh, there we go. And then again, cut that nice and just gently give that a crunch, and that should keep that edge from the, going in. And the other thing you could do is take the edge and just push it on the inside and maybe hook it inside one of your woven sections. Okay, so there are a few options, but like you said, it was a very, very valid point. When you're making a ring, you want it to be comfortable. You cannot risk any sharp edges. So that is where it's essential. If you don't have the tool, then don't attempt that kind of finishing.
Okay, but if you are advancing to these kinds of techniques, then do think about getting the different tools, because you can only advance so far and get such a standard of finish without those tools. So grab them. If you missed out on the flush cutters today, have we got any more? Oh, they sold out, didn't they? They sold out, sorry. Then look out for them for the next time.
Yeah, and again, even if you don't do advanced wire work, then I would still have them, even just for things like your wrapped loops, your rosary links, anything like that. It just gives that finish. It makes your job easier as well.
Okay. We have got the Zoran for if you want to get into the finer, because you said your Zorans were good for the finer. These were your favourites, and I've got both today. But the Zorans we have got for if you want to get, what was it you said about those?
More precision.
More precision.
So you see them, that to be able to get in there. I mean, you can still do that with the other flush cutters. Yeah. But I would say I wouldn't. I would do this for my more delicate pieces. I wouldn't be cutting 2mm copper wire with this, or my 1.5s if I could avoid it.
This is for the more delicate ones.
Yeah.
You think the other ones are a bit
They're more robust.
sturdier?
Yeah, okay. I mean, but again,
horses for courses again, isn't it?
With all of our tools, every tool has got its own use, the variation of it. I've got the Zoran flat nose and these flat nose, because they're both good for their own purposes. Yeah. Okay. So again, this is just about playing about now. So you're finishing your wires off that you don't need anymore, and it's just a matter of thinking, right, okay, I just want to make this look nice. So here, I've just, as I said, was doing the 5 and 3. So I could do that 5 and 3 like that. I could do that all the way across there, and then when I'm happy with that, just tuck those wires behind if I wanted to, and cut them by just tucking them under there. It should, so if I wanted to, for example, and then what I can do is take them down to there and almost hide them a little bit neater than that, but under the weave. So I would cut them a bit shorter, but just for you to see, just tuck them under there, nice and smooth. It's not going to be any sharp edges. From the front, you've got your bit of weave there. But what you can also do with that is open those wires out and then go into a weave again, like we were doing here. When you've got this one here, I would probably hand coil it out and just decorate it somehow. But that stone would now become quite set. But make sure before you finish that last wire that your stone really is locked in. It may be that I might have to just do that, just to give that bit of extra security. Should it not be playing the game, there's no way that stone can go anywhere now.
Perfect.
Okay, but it's just each one will evolve, each one creates itself. It's just about looking at it and trusting your judgment as well. And if you don't like it, then cut it. You know, you've got 6 wires there, so you've got enough wires to play about with.
Plenty of scope for you to add your little bits and pieces of design, but without any pressure. Use the design, let it flow. Don't sort of make yourself get too stressed about it.
No. And if you are getting stressed, the best tip I can say is if you're getting stressed, so say I was here and I'm looking and
just
I'm thinking...
Just walk away is what I say. If you get stressed with something,
put
just
it
walk
down,
away.
go and get a drink and come back, because I might if I'm getting tired or stressed with this design, and I might just put that really somewhere stupid that doesn't do the design any benefit. When you've done all of this work, to just hurriedly finish it because you're getting stressed with it, or even if you're thinking, do you know, I'm tired, just put it down then just look at it again with fresh eyes and just get a bit of
That's about life. If it makes you stressed, walk away from it. There you go. Now, we're going to go to a break. Thank you so much to Laura. We're going to go to a quick break. We're going to be back with more Laura binding and another outstanding kit that's going under £20. And it's got the most beautiful turquoise cabochons in. We'll see you on the other side of this.
Would you like to ask guest designer Angela Edwards a question? Then simply head over to our Facebook page and add your question to the Ask Angela post. You can also download the JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice app and record your video. Simply search JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or on Google Play Store and download the app to your phone or tablet. Make sure you're tuned in on Wednesday the 2nd of September between 1 and 5 p.m. to see if your question is read out. Download the JewelleryMaker app today. You can watch our JewelleryMaker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show. You can also minimize the video or switch to use as a companion app. Get the JewelleryMaker app today and boost your viewing experience. Come and join JewelleryMaker on Facebook and get involved with over 50,000 people who have liked us. You'll get up-to-date information about our channel from the latest images of designs by our fantastic guests, gossip on what is coming up in the shows, and the newest information on our workshops. You can get in contact with jewellery makers all over the world and get some fantastic hints and tips. Simply search JewelleryMaker in the search box or go to facebook.com/JewelleryMaker UK and you're there. You don't even need to have a Facebook account. We can't wait to see you there. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
Welcome back to Designer Inspiration, where we feel the need to wear turkeys on our head. I just want to show you what Ryan's doing. Do you want to walk past me right now with that? He's wearing a turkey on his head. No turkeys were harmed in the placing.
It's not a real turkey.
It's not. Oh, it's not real. No. Can you imagine?
That would be smelly.
It would be bad. Is it Friends where Monica wears the giant turkey?
Yeah, that's exactly what, wasn't it Joey put it on first?
Oh, was it Joey wearing the turkey?
Yeah.
I love turkey. You've made me want to eat turkey now. You've made turkey appealing. Now, I have got for you, I think I'm going mad. I have got for you some solid sterling silver findings, and earlier on, well, we kicked off today's show with the 3-ringed findings, didn't we, for necklaces and bracelets or earrings. I just think you can't get enough solid sterling silver, and when we give you bundles that are such a great price tag, why not grab them? And remember, you've always got a 30-day money-back guarantee with us here at JewelleryMaker, so if you don't love something, you can simply send it back. Now, what you're seeing here is a ready-made, not ready-made pop star in the words of Louis Walsh, but a ready-made. I'm missing him on that X Factor. Now, can I just say, I saw the one with Ollie Murr's friend and I got really angry with the whole panel because they were so mean. They were horrible. And now I don't like any of them, and I really liked Rita Ora before that. Don't like any of them now. They're mean. Now, anyway, and it made Ollie Murr's cry. No one hurts Murr's. Now have a look. Anyway, that's me on my bandwagon. Over now. I don't know why I went from that to this. What was that? No, I don't know how that happened. Right, you've got a ready-made, that was it, ready-made pop star. You've got a ready-made chain here, a ready-made necklace in sterling silver. Now I want to just think about this, because if you went into a high street jewellers, the ones that are like with a catalogue and that you you know what I mean, rhymes with Smargos, and you could be in the one with the letters that rhymes with Rach and Lem Mamuels. I'm trying. Do you know what I'm doing? Do you remember when you were at school and you made up that language with the got, the giz, you're the go on to the game? Do you remember that? And that was what's your name, but you just add a weird thing in the middle of it. That's what I was doing. Hithergate, Sithergamules. Now, anyway, why can't I just spit my words out with this? Anyway, my point being, I did skirt around it. That actually, if you went into any of those shops, you'd find these for what? How much do you reckon? About £20. Is it about that? Just for a sterling silver necklace without a pendant on it? I reckon. Now, I'm also going to... You think I'm being conservative? It's never been said to me, Scott. Now... I'm such a lefty. Now, have a look, because is that sterling silver wire? Yes, it blooming well is. You've got a whole metre of it, and it's 0.8, and Laura's already spoken about the benefits of 0.8 wire today. Then I'm going to give you, I really like this. Look, oh, I went a bit brummy like Scott then, I really like it. I've been back a couple of hours. That's it, I'm already like it. Yeah, I'm going to have a mixed ode accent. Now, look at this. So you've got, this is like an oval, isn't it? I like that. I like it a lot. Now, you've got flat head pins. These are brilliant if you're using... I like these if I'm making with pearls, because I don't like a ball head pin at the end to take away the attention of the pearl. I want my full attention on a pearl. And it doesn't have to be a pearl. It can be any gemstone you're using that you want full attention. And then there's the ball head pins, which are wonderful for making your earring findings. They're brilliant for charm bracelets and stuff. These are all sterling silver, mind. Then you've got the extender with the ribbon ends with the extender. And Philip Powell, the other producer, I was talking about extenders the other day, so he put Alan Partridge talking about an extender on the... It's got an extender! He put it on my Facebook page, it really made me laugh. So now and he was going on about, if King Arthur had an extender in the round table, it wouldn't be round. It's funny if you look at it. It's not, if I'm telling you. I'm not Alan Partridge. The delivery was wrong. Now, you've got sterling silver crimp beads as well. You've got earring findings. I mean, you've got everything you need to start making gorgeous things. The price we should be. And have a look at this. Talking about conservative, $31.90 is very conservative. It's a brilliant price tag for all this solid sterling silver. If you had to go and buy this from the jewellery quarter, I think it would cost you way more. We're still considering that, taking the price tag down to just £90. £19.95 for you. JLG C81 is your item code. Loads of you shopping with us today. It's so wonderful to have your company. Remember that 30-day money-back guarantee. Please remember to text us in. We had any texts recently? I'm asking you, yeah, we were asking you all sorts of questions. We just want to know everything about you today. Loads of you there. We have had lots of texts. I always think we must read them. Dana from Buckinghamshire says, just put computer on. See, Jenny is back. We missed you. Welcome. Thanks, Dana. I missed you too. Mwah. Here's another one. Leslie in Essex says, good afternoon, ladies. I am listening to you in the background whilst doing some bookkeeping. Oh, I hate bookkeeping. Gutted to have missed the Zoisite cabs. They were lush. They were lush. Are you good at bookkeeping? Good luck to that. You need maybe a whiskey. We were just talking about whiskey, weren't we, Scott? Linda in Shropshire says, please could you wish my hubby happy birthday? Of course! As he puts up with me watching you lovely lot all day. And that's from Linda in Shrewsbury. Linda's husband, whose name we don't know, happy birthday on today, the 31st of August. You are a Virgo. I like Virgos. He's a nice man. He's a nice man. Well, happy birthday, Linda's husband. Hope Linda's spoiling you and cooking you a nice dinner. Danielle Jessica from Hampshire says, hi, Jenny and Laura. I'm considering a white... Can you get white tattoos? Yeah. I never knew. They look very elegant and pretty. I need a picture of this. A white tattoo?
Yeah, so the whole point of the white tattoos are that...
But if you have black skin, it'd look amazing.
Yeah. It's you know it's there, but it's not so obvious to everybody else
unless you've got dark skin. Yeah. In which case it's very obvious, kind of the oh, I like it.
Yeah. So it's actually becoming quite popular at the moment to have the white tattoos.
I like the idea of that. I could have a white tattoo. I'm very white in myself though.
Yeah.
It'd probably be darker than my skin. Alan, Jenny, may I say you look fabo, very Australia inspired. I'm thinking 1996. Don't mention 1996 when he broke my heart, you scoundrel. Raving, in our raving days. Don't know that story, do you? He was a right little raver. Right little raver. He had the moves, he knew the words to everything. I'll tell you another time. Now, Paula in Essex says, I have you on in the background all the time while I work, considering what to do in my hour of yoga so I don't miss anything. Hour of yoga, I love yoga. Have you ever tried Bikram yoga, anyone though, where you're in hot?
No.
I want to do it. If it's good enough for Russell Brand, it's good enough for me. I quite like the idea of it.
No, I probably wouldn't. No.
You wouldn't do it? I'm going to do it.
No.
I am.
Yeah, no, it's...
Apparently, who's the guy I'm obsessed with from the Mighty Boosh? That's not...
Noel.
Yeah, he does it in London, so I want to marry him. So I'm going to just sort of start hanging around in... like, yeah, he's got a bit plump in his old age, hasn't he? Yeah? I don't mind that, I still love him.
He's in his 40s, isn't he? So.
Don't matter, I love him still. JLG C81 is your item code. Do you think he would marry me, Ryan?
Is he married?
Maybe.
He's not married, no, Laura.
Oh.
I know this because I stalk him on a regular basis.
Yeah.
No, he's for the women. He is. Yeah. Now. Don't ruin my life, Scott. Now, have a look at the... Oh, this is lovely. And you know what? All you've got to do is put a chain on the end of these. I really love these chains. And back in the black and white days of JewelleryMaker, that probably only Scott and me and Laura, you remember, when we were into the studio.
I do, yeah.
We used to have chains... little ones, they were about that big, weren't they? And they would have these, they were the same setup as these, but they'd have pearls in the middle of them. And they were, what, $24.95 was the price of those, wasn't it? Do you remember, Scott? I've got a good memory, me. I've got a very good memory. I remember everything. Have a look. This is very pretty. Oh, hello, Bruce, love. Are you still getting married for tax reasons? He's refusing to comment on that. I remember once Bruce said to me I'd never get married unless it was for tax purposes. But a year later, oh yeah, here's some gossip, I'm getting married. And I went, are you, for tax purposes? He went, how did you know? I remembered.
The power of remembering.
The power of remembering. Oh, damn you, Cleary. Now, have a look at this. Beautiful silver moonstone. Oh, I love moonstone. This is my son's birth gemstone. He was born in June, my little Gemini boy.
Yeah.
I love a Gemini.
Yeah, I got 2. Well,
They're crazy. 1 minute they're happy as Larry, the next minute,
yeah.
there's
Strop.
no pleasing them.
Yeah.
I love that about them though, because I'm never going to grow bored of that boy. Now, which is good because he's my son. Now, you've got solid stones over. The great benefit of these, and I know if you're a regular here at JewelleryMaker, you've seen this quite often, is that they are real sterling silver, and you've got to appreciate the effort that goes into wire wrapping individually. And these are wrapped loops. They're not just eye loops, they are wrap loops. This takes a very long time. These are brand spanking new today. Do you know what? At only $14.90, can I just say, who's going to go into any jewellers and buy a metre of chain with a, I mean, all you've got to do is put a clasp on that beautiful necklace. That's going to cost you about £40 in any high street jewellers, or you know, the little quirky silversmiths. $11.95. Surely this is nothing but pure profit to you. If you sell your jewellery on, if you want to make gorgeous tiaras, this will suspend from tiaras. This will look incredible in earring. Hey, do you know what this would be brilliant for? Did you get the connectors earlier? You know what I was saying to you? Where are they? You know the ones that we opened the show with? Here they are. Right? Do you know what I think this is going to be amazing for? So you get the chain and you make some earrings, and they're going to go like that and loop, 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 loop on there, and then another loop coming back. I think that'll look absolutely stunning, and they're all sterling silver. You've got to get, if you didn't get these, you've got to get them. They're on the bottom of your screen now. We only have very limited amounts of those, very, very, very small amounts of those left. But what a beautiful idea. And these are absolutely flying. There is, again, a queue on the phone lines. It's a couple of minutes long at the moment. It's a UK landline. If you're calling from a UK landline, sorry, then it's a free phone number. You can do it on the app as well and pay with PayPal or your credit or debit card. Or you can do it on the website or the www.jewellerymaker.com. $11.95, brilliant price tag. Do multi-buy that one. XGUD21 is your item code. Now, how many tattoos did you say Alan's got? He has not. 84 tattoos. I don't believe him. You think he's telling the truth? He's not. Which number, darling? Oh yeah. Back to work. Stop thinking about Alan and his tattoos. Now. Oh, Scott doesn't know if he's coming or going. Have a look. Oh, I think this is perfect for the winter time. Really rich, intense colour. Very Egyptian to have the combination of a lapis lazuli and gorgeous, genuine 9-carat gold on solid sterling silver. If you get divorced, it's my fault. If you get the tax office after you. Sorry. Yes, of course we work in television. I shouldn't do that. No. This can be proven. Damn that rewind button. Have a look. Do you remember the days where you used to put a VCR in and rewind it, and you'd have to rewind it all the way? You're like, oh, whoever watched this video last didn't rewind it when you used to go to the video shop, rent a video, put it in and go, they never rewind it. Be here for that. So annoying. Oh, we'll be here for ages now. Do you remember that? How funny. Yeah, and you're like, oh, now I can see it. Don't look at the telly while it's rewinding, or you'll see all the good bits.
You try and fast forward through the adverts at the beginning.
Yeah, and then
like
just
try and catch it at the same point. Like, yeah, oh, it's too far, go back. Yeah.
You haven't lived unless you've done that, Laura.
No.
They don't know they're born, these kids now.
I
do
know.
they? With their remote.
Oh, Jackson just sits and flies Netflix.
Yeah.
He's just like, sits there.
I have to remind my kids that there were once things called videos and cassettes, and you get in an old car and they're like, what is this? Oh, that's where a tape used to go, son. What's a tape? Oh.
Like, what did you do before you could pause the telly?
Yeah. Yes, what did you do before you could pause the telly?
Yeah.
This is why we all went around humming tunes to adverts, isn't it? £14.95, gorgeous lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli, very Egyptian, isn't it? I absolutely love it. And in the fashion world, lapis blue, well, of course, it originates from lapis lazuli. It's got natural inclusions of pyrite, little tiny gorgeous inclusions of gold. These are only $10.95. They've now gone down another Bank holiday Monday crazy price for you. £10.95. It doesn't feel like a Monday, it feels like a Sunday because it's bank holiday, isn't it? But for me, it doesn't matter because I'm still in, no, not that mode. I'm still in, it's the school holidays, isn't it? So it's like every day's.
But when do yours go back? Mine go back tomorrow.
Mine don't go back until, Max goes back Thursday, Mia goes back Friday. What's the point in Friday? But then she said to me, it's better to face one day at school with the weekend than face it being a Monday and thinking you got the whole week. So I like to have a positive attitude. 10.95, 23 chances, 0800 444 655. Loads of you there. Kids really work hard at school these days, don't they? It's not like when we were there. Is it? Or did you work hard? No, I used to, anything to avoid actual working was what I would do. Now, it was my aim to get sent out of the class, so I didn't have, I was like, as if this is a punishment. See you later, losers, carry on working. I'll just sit outside here on my own. Now, that is not good advice to anybody. No, work hard at school, or you'll end up like me, and that is not good. Now, that's what I say to my kids. Do you want to end up like me? No, work hard. And they do. So that must be a real threat to them, actually. Just thought that they work really hard, and it must be because they're like, I do not want to end up like that loon of a woman. Now, because they do basically look at me and think, why? Now, have a look at this. Absolutely gorgeous druzy. I've seen these, but in different colours before. Perhaps you've seen these before, perhaps you've already used them and you want more. Have you seen these, Laura, my darling?
I've seen them in black, but I have not seen them in the blue.
Oh, it's always, I think, get them in all colours. What do you reckon?
Definitely, I would definitely be going for the blue because I do love blue, and I would be putting that shock with copper.
Copper wire. No shock there.
Well, it would really pop though, wouldn't it? The colour would just look lush.
Yeah, she is all about copper. Laura's life is sponsored by copper wire everywhere.
I try not to. I'm working with silver now.
You are, hey! You don't need to defend yourself to me, love. I think it's all your pieces are lush. Have a look at this. And copper gives it an earthy feel. I'm with you. I'm with you. I hold your hand through that copper stage. Look at that. Look at that sparkle. I love that. And the great thing is this is all seasons. We're going to go down in price. Look at the size of that one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £9.95, under £10 for all of these. And do you know what? You'll go into that craft store that rhymes with Bobby Shaft. You'll take one cabochon, it could be agate, just one, and you'll pay that price tag for just one, and that's an average size. So about this size cabochon would be £10, the best part of £10. I'm not just giving you one, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on average. You're guaranteed 350 carats, turquoise coloured agate, absolutely beautiful. There are absolutely stacks of you on the phone lines today. It's so lush to have so many of you busy buying. It's a rubbish day outside, isn't it, for a bank holiday? Stay inside. Actually, sometimes I like staying inside, and when I have to do housework I'd rather it was raining, otherwise I'm just going to be grumpy all day. £9.95, XEN V81. Now it looks like those are going to sell out as well. Good grief, very limited amounts of those left now. Now I'm going to give to you, which box, darling? Oh yeah, I like this. Oh, this is oh Law, look at this. Oh, nice. Lovely colour. Do you know what this would look really stunning with? Some green onyx, I think. Look at that sparkle. Lustrous, so lustrous. Oh, I do love that. Deep, intense colour. Do you know, it's going to go extraordinarily well with your neon apatite from earlier. Look at that depth. And do you know why these are brilliant to have in your stash? Because they are such super all-rounders. They're going to be amazing with copper wire, and they are, not just saying that. Brilliant with gold wire, fabulous with silver, it doesn't matter what colour. And you know what, they're going to be great prong set into rings. They're wonderful clustered together. Fabulous, just one of these as a pendant. I mean, to cascade them in earrings or to have just one stone in each ear, one gemstone in each ear as earrings, it doesn't matter, because they're going to give you the power from that colour pop and from the faceting that gives you the lustre. Expert lapidary again, giving you stunning stunning sparkle from that luster. And so it's not just about the colour. You get that smooth, consistent colour, but you're getting a bit of clarity in there as well, and you're getting wonderful sparkle. $14.95 we're taking these down to for a Gems of Distinction strand of, I mean, look how many you get. Exceptional quality, aren't they? £14.95. OMR U91 is your item code. 125 carats of amethyst. And it's on a 16 centimetre strand that is absolutely ram-packed, full of gorgeous things. You've got riding boots on, Ben.
Have I?
You're going for a ride?
Well, we're all on a ride, aren't we, really?
We're all on a ride of life. You're wearing jodhpur boots today. I like it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Point your heels down, toes up. That's it. There we go. I'm going to lend you some of my jodhpurs.
Oh.
I actually want you to come to work in jodhpurs one day. That'd be good.
Okay.
It'll happen because you will do that as well, won't you?
Yeah, if I'm getting them given to me,
Then he's wearing them.
yeah.
Yeah. OMR U91, £14.95. So I've gone from one cameraman wearing a turkey on his head to the other one coming equestrian ready. I like your little trots that you're doing. Oh dear. Oh, it all goes off here at JewelleryMaker. Now I need these. I think these are just gorgeous, and it's not every day you see labradorite actually in this shape and of these graduating sizes. Lovely pennies full of, look at this. Is that Oliver in my ear? Hello Oliver darling. Shayla's dad is in my ear. Have a look at that. That's your new name. You're not Oliver anymore. You're Shayla's dad. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. It's got to be a ring, hasn't it? Absolutely striking. Very dramatic. We all love a bit of labradorite. Laura, I know that if there's a good piece of labradorite, you're in there, you're tempted. It's like pouring a nice glass of wine. Laura is on it like a wasp to honey.
It's a bit scary how right you are.
Yeah, well, indeed.
Yeah. No, I do. I love labradorite. I love that. I think I worked with that strand a couple of shows ago, and I made a really lovely ring with it. It's just, the quality is amazing, and it, you know, on both sides of those stones, the schiller is just beautiful. It's just a really lovely high-end piece of labradorite, really.
It's almost enchanted,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you now. In the next kit, you have got the best strand, and look how well. Ooh. Absolutely striking. I want these in a prong set ring. I love the facets to these, Laura. They're just beautiful, and they're graduated. Look. Look at that one on the end. It's got the reds in it. But how much are they, Scott, you teaser? DVYY65, £13.95 is a should-be price tag. Nothing's £13, is it, here? Everything's changing, but you. £11.95, a very dramatic strand, a very beautiful strand of labradorite. The labradorescence is very strong in this one, and you know what, made up of layers. Did I sound like Obi-Wan Kenobi? The force is strong with this one. I'm so in love with Star Wars. I wish I was in it and that was my life. Don't you? I haven't seen the new Star Trek films, Oliver, but I'm going to do it if you recommend it. Oh, I'm gonna get into that, Ollie. I can't wait for the new Star Wars film. I'm so excited by that. I won't be able to sleep the night before. That's how excited. And if Jar Jar Binks makes one appearance, I'm out. I'm going, and I will slam the door. I will. He's not, is he, gonna?
No.
That's all right then. It's not all about him. I got really angry. When I first watched the new ones and I saw him, I was like, they're making a mockery. They made a mockery of it with him and that. Oh, look at that. Isn't it gorge? $11.95. Loads of you there. Oh, Lois is in Florida. Lois, I'm gel. Now, let's all go to Lois's house in Florida. Is that all right, Lois? Please, thank you. Now, what would you do if we were in Florida right now? What would the beach, or would you be like all over the theme parks?
I'd go on a ride down
Go,
the beach.
Busch Gardens, or would you go to Disney? Bit of both. Why don't you go both?
Probably get a drink first.
Yes, me
Go
too.
get a drink, just
They do the
outside.
best strawberry daiquiris there ever. Yeah, we'd be like, we're in Florida. Let's like wear shorts and not be cold.
Yeah, I'd have to lose the cardigan.
And not be cold. That's why we like going to different countries. Look at these. It's time for our next designer inspiration with the gorgeous Laura binding. Look at the size of these. They're amazing. I love them. These would make wonderful belt buckles.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. I love that colour. I'm all about this colour at the moment. I love it. It's my new favourite colour. I've bought a big chair, this colour. Sounds funny, but it's lush. Really like it. Look at that. It's a turquoise colour. It's kind of duck egg blue, yeah. But in reality, it's what they call duck egg blue. But in reality, if you've had a duck that lays eggs, they're a bit paler, you know. These paint companies actually have never owned a duck, I don't think. Them and their city ways. Now, look at the matrix of these. Aren't they fantastic? Now, you would think that this was real turquoise, wouldn't you? But it's magnesite. Now, I think they're bang on. Really very, very good. Very good colour in the dye. And the magnesite takes the dye very well. They're all at work in Florida. Oh, we're welcome in Florida. Woo! Yes! Yes, let's go. Let's go. Lois, we're loving Lois. Lois said, yes, Jenny, all welcome. Thank you, Lois. We're coming. You're going to regret that. I'm going to turn up, rubber ring round me, ready to just jump into the pool. Oh, I love Florida. Now, do you know what the best thing about Florida is, apart from the weather and all of that?
Crocodiles.
Yes, that is a good part. That is good. Well done for your enthusiasm. I loved it. Well done. The clams. They're massive and they taste so good. Oh. I love clams. Have a look. This programme gets weirder, says my producer. Now, you like a clam? You've never had clams. Do you like shellfish? What about lobster? He likes lobster. You haven't eaten in the right restaurants. We'll have tattoos and eat seafood. Yes. Okay. That's our life sorted for the next 2 weeks. Have a look. Let's talk about the kit now. Have a look at this. Now, what I love about this is the matrix. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I've got to say, and I've never seen this strand before, I've seen it in hematite, that's traditional coloured hematite. Is this still magnetised? A little bit. Look at this. Gold heart. Now, you have to have these for Christmas time. They are, I'd have these little earrings with little gold hearts. I love them. I really love these. I think they're stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I'm also going to give you something that I've never ever seen before. And I've been around a while, haven't I? I've been around me. Now, I'm going to retract that. I've been around a while here at JewelleryMaker is what I meant. Look at those. Aren't they fabulous? Look at that colour. Look at the glow that comes from inside these. And what a size. They're a lovely size, aren't they? Because they're not too big, they're delicate, they've got a lovely soft colour. I'd say that's a duck egg blue. Beautiful. They're beautiful. I mean, if you keep ducks, you'll know. These are lovely. I actually don't like the taste of a duck egg, though. I'm not a fan of that. Now, I'm going to give you some wire. Wire? Yeah, you are, Brumay? Do I get 2 0.6 wires?
Yes.
Oh, I do, good. I've got a reel of 1mm gauge wire, which is nice and thick. and it's brilliant for prong setting. Now, you want 1mm where you want something to keep its structure. You're not going to be winding it and bending it too much. You want it to keep that shape. So you've got 1mm. You can also texturise 1mm a little bit as well if you want to. Now I'm going to give you 2 lots of 0.6. 0.6 is wonderful for making earring findings because it'll go through the piercings. 0.6, as we've seen Laura use, is great for weaving. It's great for adding detail. Also brilliant for making links. Then I'm going to give you 0.4, which is wonderful for weaving, absolutely fabulous for weaving. You can wire twist 0.4 as well. You can make wrap loops with 0.4 if you want to do very, very fine chain details on things too. So you've got the gemstones, you've got the wire, you've got everything you need to create some gorgeous pieces. We're going to go over to Laura momentarily. Should be £36.15, but we promised you today everything, every kit, both kits, for under £20. We've only got 50 of these left. They're already flying out. Very popular. We're very busy on the phone lines today. Please make sure you stay with us. You've got so much in terms of wire and all the other elements. The chalcedony pendants are just beautiful, aren't they? At $19.95, already a massive amount of our stock's gone. We only have 42 of these left. Of course, with the kits, we always try to give you around 200. Right now, 32 kits left. Really busy on the phone lines. There is a queue on the phone lines. Please bear with. Again, it's a free phone number if you're dialing from a UK landline. If you've got this in an unchecked basket, you must check it out if you don't want to miss out. If you're shopping on the app, get checking out your baskets as well. You can pay with your debit or credit card or with PayPal. Debit or credit card on the phone lines and on the website as well. Let's get over and see what that gorgeous lady has done with all these wonderful elements. So to have that gold wire and to have the contrast of that really striking colour, the turquoise and the duck egg blue from the blue chalcedony pendants, you've got to have a look at what Laura's done with these. They're absolutely smashing. Beautiful, beautiful design. The kit's gone and sold out.
Not surprised.
Wasn't it fab, though, that kit?
I really enjoyed working with this kit.
I love these, and when I came in earlier, it struck me straight away. Absolutely wonderful. You've used the 3 chalcedonies as an accent feature. You know what? This strand of pendants was remarkable. Have you used this strand before?
No.
Look at that one.
Yeah, they're all really different.
Gosh,
Both my strands are really different.
The matrix on yours are almost golden, aren't they? Really pretty. Big fan of this. How did you feel about the kit, Laura?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's a lovely kit to work with. It was one of those, I sort of said to Pip, because I was like, I'm going away, so I'll do as much as I can. But I ended up doing
Where did you go?
Breen.
Oh, I like Breen.
Yeah.
You can ride on the beach in Breen.
Yeah. Well,
see the horses?
No.
Why not?
I didn't see them.
You were avoiding them.
No. Probably spent too much time in a pub, probably.
Oh, no, let's just... There's no such thing as too much time in the pub, Laura.
No, I don't think so.
No,
but the pub was on the side of the beach.
Yeah,
so.
well, there you go.
But, you know, it was one of those that I made I made the wire-wrapped pendant, the sort of woven one, that one.
Very Fabergé, that, Laura, darling.
Yeah, and then I just sort of thought, I'll just quickly make another pendant, and I ended up sat there before I realised I had like 5 different pendants.
I love it when that happens, though, because it means you're enjoying it, and time's just going like that, isn't it? It's fantastic. Wow, look at that. So I'm really sorry, lots of you are trying to get hold of the kit and there is a queue on the phone lines, but unfortunately it has gone and sold out. We're going to give you the Zorang pliers in a sec. I'm just going to show you all of Laura's wonderful, wonderful designs. Absolutely stunning. I love the bangle. I love the... Oh, Laura, you've managed to get the hearts on the 1mm.
Yeah, most of it went... obviously, is to make sure there isn't any kinks in the wire at all, because if it's got any kind of... then it will stop.
I really like that.
But yeah, I just thought it was cool. Just a bit of fun.
Oh, I really like that. I think that's fantastic. Beautiful. And then actually, Laura's gone from really elaborate, lots and lots of wire wrapping, to actually being very simple. The last piece is just a little dash of wire across, just to give you that nice contrast with the gold and the turquoise colour. Lovely. I love that. So you don't have to go mad with mains of wire, but it will take either, and that's nice as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to show that there's a scope, there's a variety. Because they're such a sizable stone, you can go to town with it and make a really elaborate pendant or feature piece like the bib necklace, or you can just go really simple.
I I love the designs. Now, I've just been handed the Zoran pliers. Now, you've got the Zoran pliers. Now, you've got both.
Yes.
You were saying earlier that your flush cutters are the ones that you have to have. So why did you get these if you already had your flush cutters? There must have been a reason why you thought, right, well, I'm going to get those, because what was the main thing for you about getting these?
Just that these are a little bit more precise.
Okay.
As I said, they're a little bit more, just that little bit more intricate, just gets in that little bit closer to your work. For me, you know, when you are doing intricate woven work, then it's nice to be able to have the tools that are going to go in there, just cut that one wire. They're not going to get 2 wires by mistake. I'm not saying the other ones did, but these ones, because they're even more finer, they're just getting that little bit closer.
Now, this has got a micro shear, which is a trademark belonging to Zoran, and this is what makes them different to any other flush cutter, any other cutters. It describes the blade bypass shear cutting action, and it's totally unique to the Zoran cutters. And I'm just going to show you that here. It's a patented design, so nobody can copy it. So the black here is the wire. These are the cutters, and it cuts it at a certain angle that allows you to get really into the intricate pieces. Now, Laura, you were saying earlier you wouldn't use these for really thick gauges of wire, whereas you would do that with your flush cutters. But this, in fact, is brilliant for your finer wires, where you really want to get into the detail of the work. So, is there are there occasions where you use both pairs of pliers on one piece?
Yeah, there always will be, as I said, because you know, if I'm using, so say I wanted to create a piece and I had 1.25, say a cuff, I was using 1.5 wire, then I'm going to want to use my durable. They're not that they're not durable, but you know, the more robust.
Because they feel like they would cut through thicker, your flush cutters, whereas these are great
just
for those fine detail.
These are just better for the sort of, for me personally, I just find that I know I can cut that thicker wire, have that ready, and then I would use my Zoran ones just to go for that more intricate when I do my weaving, when I'm cutting my my weaving wire, when I'm sort of getting rid of those wires. So if you were making a piece where you did have, say, your 1.5 and your 0.4, I would use my 1.5, I would use my other cutters, and for my finer wire, I'd be using this.
You need to be on the phone lines for these. We're so busy today. At £24.95 for the wire worker who needs everything, for the wire worker who has to have that precision, for the wire worker who demands total neatness and you know, that finished effect, for the wire worker that sells their pieces of jewellery on. These are for you. £24.95. OWW B25 is your item code. Laura had her flush cutters, and they're her favourites. But you still went for these because there was still a need for these. 0800 444 655 is your item code. Make sure you're on the phones for those. Now, I'm also going to give to you some bare copper wire, which we're mad fans of.
I love bare copper.
We know Laura is sponsored by Copper Wire in life. This bare copper wire looks square, Scott. Is it? Oh, it's square. It's square and bare. Now, let me have a look. Doopity. Square wire 0.6. I love this. I haven't seen square wire in ages. Is that happening more here at JewelleryMaker?
A little
square
bit,
wire?
yeah.
Good,
not
I'm
loads,
glad.
though, not loads.
It gives you a totally different look, and if you want to make things like the christening bracelets, brilliant for that. Alison Tarry, massive fan of our square wire, and her designs are outstanding, aren't they? Laura, are you a fan of our square wire?
Yeah, I love the square wire. I think it's lovely.
Where would you look for square rather than this? The circular wire?
Again, like you say, when you're stacking your wires together, obviously it's a different look because they sit next to each other nicely. But also I love twisting the square wire. So whereas where you were saying about obviously our twisted wire is 2 pieces of wire twisted together, whereas if you twist square wire, the only way I can describe it is if you think of like the wrought iron gates. You know, when you get that centre part and they're twisted in the middle, you can get that kind of effect with the square wire.
I like that description, Laura. Now, you're also getting some absolutely striking tiger's eye pendants. Now, these are gorgeous, and I love tiger's eye because it's straight away going to give you a nice impact, isn't it? A big impact. It demands your attention, and I don't think you ever get bored of looking at tiger's eye, because every time the light hits it gives you a different kind of look, a different effect. These go together really well, but they'll work separately just as easily too. OCG C50 is your item code. Now, we're only asking for $18.95, and this is a total bare copper wire here as well. 0.6, and you get a metre of it. And at $18.95, you've got such a great deal. We're going all the way down to a ridiculous starter price, which I actually think you struggle to find one of these cabochons for anywhere else. At $11.95, 3 cabochons and a metre of bare copper wire. Perfect deal. OCG C50 is your item code. 800 644 655 is the number to be dialing. Make sure you are checking out baskets if you're shopping online with us today, or the w's.jewellerymaker.com. We're going to leave that one on your screen. The kit is gone. It's sold out. But Laura's going to show you how to use your kit. Or if you missed out on the kit, just grab some similar shapes and sizes. Get the gauges of wire as well, and you can incorporate these designs into different ways. Laura, which one are we going to do, my darling?
Well, what I thought we would do for this one, because we did like the more advanced technique for the ring, thought we'd keep this one something a little bit easier, a bit more fun. You could even have a go if you want.
I will,
Thought we would
yes.
have a go at doing the simpler ones, really. We've got sort of 3 simpler ones, really. You've got that one, and this one. They're all
Okay,
really
grand.
simple. And just have a little bit of a play about, and just again, you know, on a different scale of the ring, where it's again that confidence of the wires and allowing a design to create.
Okay, so you're going to get that confidence in the wires. Maybe you're at a different level of wire work. Maybe you would like to do some wire work across a cabochon, but you've never actually had the confidence to do it. Maybe you're just starting to play around with wire. I think this kind of design here is the perfect starting point, and these gemstones are very forgiving. They're nice and thick. They're not cumbersome. You're going to be able to hold on to the gemstones, and you've got great gauges to learn with here as well, Laura, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. And again, you know, as you said, our wire, is very malleable.
Yeah.
Because it's got a soft copper core, which means that, you know, even though you're using a 1 mil wire, it feels like you're using a point
It's still
8 because
fluid,
it's so
isn't it?
fluid. So it's easy to control. So yeah, again, it's just on that sort of more simpler version or scale, really, as to how to create something. And again, just get your confidence with your wires. So I'm going to let Jenny, I'll let you choose a stone for yourself.
It's got to be this one, because I love the detail on this one.
Okay. So I'll just say also, I still had this wire left. Not loads, but you know, I've made what, about 10 pieces, 9 pieces, and they're all very.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Got the
9.
ring? Yeah, 9 pieces. And we've still got this wire left here, and I've made wire. I've done gizmos. I've made woven plaited neck pieces.
So you had loads left.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And by the way, these are drill holes. So for anybody who's just started wire upping, that's a massive plus point.
Yeah, it is.
Because you can use it as an anchor point and it won't fly everywhere.
No, and again, you could use these as practice for your cabochons. So you could imagine it. I mean, you could use it as a cabochon, to be honest.
Cabochons anyway, just
But
for drill
what
holes.
you could do is use the drill hole for security if you felt a bit, you know, not confident enough.
Okay.
So with this one, so we're just going to have a bit of fun with these, really. So I'll cut you a length of wire. Now with these, it is just going to be a bit of, probably about 1 metre.
Okay.
Just because I want to have enough wire to be able to create the design, really. So
Okay.
there's yours.
Thanks very much.
And I'll take mine.
I haven't done wire work for ages, just to warn you all.
Okay, so what I want to do is bring 2 ends together, find the centre, okay?
I'm not making it at a point at the start. Oh, you're going to... go on.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're not finished
Okay.
yet, so don't do anything. Like, don't fold it. is what I'm saying.
No, just to get that sort of curve. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm using my bell making pliers. Now you can use, if you want to use my bell making pliers, use the larger side. If you don't have bell making pliers, use the handle of your starter kit. If you've got a starter kit, these are perfect because you can still get a nice sort of bail on this.
Am I just pinching down on these?
So you just close them. And what you want to do is wrap your wire around twice. Now if you're using pliers, Jenny will have to, in fact, you use the pliers.
I was going to say it's
and I'll
harder
use
with
these.
the pliers.
Okay.
Thanks. You've done it. It's hard. You made my life harder.
So you want to wrap that wire around 4 times.
Okay. So
if you
that's
use-
1, yeah?
Yep. So you can see how you've got 2. So there you've got 3. So you want it to be 4
One
rings
more.
on the top.
There.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, if you're using pliers, I'm just going to wrap it, open your pliers slightly. Bring it around again, open your pliers. Now, and there you go. So you've got 4 coils on there, okay? Now what I'm going to do is just twist these together.
So I'm twisting at the bottom.
Twist them together, yeah.
But so I can still get it off.
Check before you do that on yours that you've got, yeah, that's fine. You've got one wire on one side and one on the other. So when you twist them together, they'll lock. Okay, and then...
Will I be able to get that off still?
Should be able to, just might have to twist it a little bit. That's it, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Twist, there you go. Okay, this is going to become your bail, and this makes a really cool fancy bail because we'll finish that in a minute. Now what you want to do, just straighten your wires. Okay.
Straighten those legs.
So I'm going to just choose any stone, and I'm going to, again, when you're working with this, you'll see, I can see straight away I've got one piece of wire that seems to want to come down straight, and one that's going to go to the side.
I've gone mad with my twisting.
You have, it's okay. We'll hide that.
Is that all right? Just one twist?
You twist it again.
My twist's not tight enough.
See, for me, the way I twist mine is I put my index finger in, and then I just kind of almost put the pressure
now
there.
She tells me.
And lock. But
okay.
yeah, the reason I don't say that is because sometimes that confuses people more.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's got their own.
Everyone's got their own version of the twist.
Okay, but if you're struggling, that's how I do it. So then what I want to do is you do need your wire to be nice and straight with this, because surprisingly, the drill holes, even though it's a large stone, aren't actually that large, and it will take a 1 mil wire.
Oh, seriously?
But you sometimes have to
now, I've got one long leg and one short leg. Should I put it on the short leg?
Well, have a look at your wires. So look at it like this and see. So it doesn't really make much difference. Yeah, just.
I think I'm going to put it on this little shorty.
You'll see that one naturally sort of.
Yeah, that one looked like it wanted it.
So the reason I said that about the wires, you just may need to again twist the stone a little bit just to feed it on. Now another thing, if you're struggling a little bit, stop. Take your pliers and almost gently
push the wire
through. You see, just to gently encourage that, and then when it comes out the end, take your pliers again. Oops. Sorry, I'm doing it from a bad angle. There you go, all right. So that's what I'm saying. It's a bit misleading. Everyone sort of thinks you've got a large gemstone, it's going to have a large drill hole, and they don't.
Not the case, not the case.
It does take a 1 mil wire, fine,
okay.
But obviously you just have to be aware.
Bit of effort.
So, push that up to the top. Okay.
You could really get into this, actually.
Yeah, it's very therapeutic. And again, you can sit down and just make 10 pendants, or however many, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pendants. So, what I want to do now...
Smoothing. There's a lot of smoothing going on.
Just straightening the wire. It's just a habit that I've got. So, now I want to just sort of get the wires together. So, I mean, we're going to just have a little think, right, okay, what I want is this coil at the top to be going in this direction, because this is your bail. Okay, so you don't want that to twist around like this. You need it to be sat in the right position.
Okay.
Okay, and then with this stone, the wire here, we can sort of.
Am I making this up as I go along?
Yeah, pretty much. Just going to bring it. So I'll hold it down like this. Let me move this out of the way. I'll put that there. It's not going to be in the way even more. So I'm just going to almost curve the wire just with your hand down, so it meets the wire coming out the bottom of the stone. Just wrap it around once so that those wires can now come together.
So you're wrapping it around at the bottom,
yeah, just to anchor them. And even that on its own is pretty. You can see just on its own like that. How cool is that?
I've done it too.
Yeah.
I want some recognition. I've done it too. Such an attention seeker.
Yeah, look at mine. Look at mine.
Me.
Look at hers. I can imagine you being that one. Like, get out of the way. This is mine.
I'm the youngest of 15 cousins. So you can imagine. Well, actually, my cousin Laura's the youngest, but she was the shyest person on earth, so I had to speak for both of us. So that's why I'm the way I'm annoying.
Yeah, that's the reason.
That's the reason.
So I've got both my wires together now. So what I'm going to do is just gently with your hand is just. What I'm doing is I'm using my hand to sort of just gently hold and control the wires, and I'm just pulling them with this hand here just to get them to swirl.
Where are you swirling? At the bottom?
Just at the bottom. Okay. So what I want to do is hide my work. I've got a twist up here that needs to be hidden because it doesn't look too pretty at the moment.
So we're going to go behind?
No, what we're going to do is I can still see where I wrap those wires together there. If I hold it up for you to see. See, you can see that little twist just there, that little wrap. So I want to hide that. So I'm just going to continue going around. Okay, so you get a kind of. I'll hold it up for you. You can see now. See how that's disappeared now? It's not so obvious.
Oh, yours is way better than mine. I can't have that.
So now what you want to do
You're not seeing it till it's perfect. Let me see yours. No, Kerry, it's not perfect. I will not allow it.
Snake the wire back up. Okay, but I've only taken one wire to snake it back up.
Yeah, you're slinking without... hang on. Don't slink without me.
So then what I can do again with the other wire is just place that into the middle and get that to sit. And you have that design, so it's going like that. So you can see how each design is going to be completely different, and you know, you can make these as elegant as you want or as simple as you want. And what I'm going to do now...
Can I just say I'm not as practiced as Laura binding?
Yeah, but you're doing really... Oh, I like that. You've gone to the side.
Yeah, I know. I've that's my thing. Now, that's how I roll, Laura.
It is.
I don't work to no rules.
See?
It's not as good as Laura's, but I will get there. Where are you going now?
I'm just up to the top, so I've put all three of my wires, both my wires up to the top. I've got three going down the middle. Now, you'll find a lot of the time when you work with things like wire or anything like this, or just...
Scott!
That was discreet.
Who's attention seeking now? Look at his little handsome face. Look at his little handsome face.
Sorry.
Scott.
So
He's still drunk.
So you'll see that a lot of time when you work in jewellery, you'll tend to go with odd numbers. So you'll tend to go with 3s, 5s, 7s, just because odd numbers draw your eye better. So if there was 4 stripes going down here, it would work, but for me, it works better with the 3. Okay, so now I've got both my wires at the top here, and they're both together again.
I've sort of made my own version of this design up, all right?
That's fine, it's absolutely fine, it's the whole point.
What are you doing there?
I've got my wires at the top,
Yeah,
and
you're
what I
going
want to
round
do is hide, again, that twist that we did initially. Now, you know when you did yours and you said, oh, mine's too high,
Yeah.
And you untwisted it, but again, you just want to disguise it, it's distraction,
So I
really.
can distract.
So what I'm going to do again, same as we did for the bottom, take your fingers, just gently mould that wire to go around, so that it's a swirl again. And again, this is, you know, you can have this to be however you want it to be. Okay, now you can keep it quite simple like that if you wanted, if I hold that up for you. So, you know, for me that's quite nice just like that. So what I would do, even though I've got all this wire, is I would probably just take this wire around to the back, like that, so it looks nice from the front, and I'm happy with that. Okay, and so I could turn this to the back now, cut it with my flush cutters, and just use my pliers just to kind of crimp those ends into the back so that they're blended in. So if I hold that up for you to see, they've gone completely.
Yours is 1,000 times neater than mine.
Okay, and then the final little trick that just makes this look that little bit better again, it just takes it up a little tiny bit, is this coil that we initially did. What you want to do is take your pliers or your hands and just gently open it out. So now it looks like that. So it's gone from looking like a coil to quite a fancy kind of bail. When you pop that onto a piece of wire or a chain, again, it's large enough for you to be able to add any kind of chain to it that you would want to. You could add the sari thread that we've got, or Viking knit, kumihimo, anything you want really. And you've just got a nice elegant pendant that takes you seconds to make.
I could get really obsessed with this now. Have you snipped off your wire yet?
Yeah, so when you're going to cut your wire, cut it just to the back, that's it, nice and close. Use flush cutters so you get a real nice close finish. That's it, and then just use your pliers or chain those pliers and just crunch those sort of ends in gently. Now you obviously know also we're using the gold wire, and because even though we're using our tools, none of this is marked, so this, you know, it's being able to the contrast.
Fan those out.
Fan those out. That's it. You can use your nails if you're lucky like Jenny, got nice nails. There you go. That's it.
Mine's not as good as yours, but you're an expert, mine.
Yeah, but that's your first one. When was the last time you've made anything?
Oh, a year maybe.
Right, there you go. See, I think that was brilliant. Look at that, that's awesome. And then, no.
Look at mine next to Laura's. It's ridiculous.
Hang on, there you go. There's yours. All right, but no, it just shows the variations. You can put your own twist on it. Bear in mind, you haven't done. I think that's cool.
Do you?
I do. I love it. Look, it's just simple. Yours looks almost plaited.
Look, do you like what I've done? Martha, don't pull a face at me. You can't. You're barely as talented as me. I don't know.
Okay, so that's just one nice and pleased one. Okay.
Oh, I liked doing that.
That's nice and easy. So another quick, easy one. Do you want to choose a stone for me? I
do.
won't make you do this one.
But I liked doing
you want to do another one?
I might just have a play while you're doing your... I like that, because look at that.
Well, this is a really easy one again, if you want to have a go at doing it, but I don't know if you want...
I would play my own game and you do yours. I'm just going to have a little play.
Just going to have a little play?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Do you want a little bit more wire than that? Yeah.
Yes, I do, thank you.
So again...
I quite like the idea of you telling me to sort of sort my bail out before I actually put the wire on. That was a good tip.
Yeah, because it acts as a stopper as well,
Yeah, it
and
does.
straight away you know that you haven't now got to worry about your bail.
Exactly.
So let me show you another very simple one. This is like the one on the very end. Ooh, is it over there? Right on the end.
Here.
Yes, that one there.
That looks like I could make that
You
one,
could make that
actually.
one if you wanted to.
I might have a go. I might just do my own thing though.
Right, okay, do your own thing. Okay.
But with your techniques as a guide, like the whole bail thing was really good. I liked that.
So what I'm going to do for this one, to start that one off, is I'm actually going to just do a little bit of decoration first. This decoration is going to go on the stone. So I'm just taking my pliers, I'm just gently doing a little spiral. Okay, just a nice spiral. Just because it's a 1 mil, this is quite an open spiral. And then, I don't have too many blue-handled pliers.
Sorry.
No, it's my fault. There we go. So I'm just going.
Scott's asked me the same thing about 20 times, and when I'm just absorbed, not listening at all, he's like, so any chance you can listen to me at some point? I'm so sorry. These are like little ammonites.
They are.
Are they ammonites?
They're lush, aren't they? I have them. I know. Ow.
Sorry. Every time I touch you, you say ow. I'm
But
quite.
you've got
I
claws.
do
Yeah,
that a lot. They're like when I tap you, you're like, I'm
Yeah,
not
but
gentle.
when I cough, you're like,
sorry. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very heavy-handed. It's all about.
Yeah.
If I ever gave you a massage, you'd love it, or not actually. Bit wimpy, aren't you?
I'm not wimpy,
No.
but you know, you're not even. You're like, There's a big difference.
I like having a feel. Now, you know what I mean? I'm a passionate person. Let's stop. Come here. Ryan's slowly backing off. No. Have a look at these. Are amazing. Is this a thing? Ammonite. Look at these. I love them. Are they drill hold Scotch? Oh my gosh! Look! You've actually. Do you know how ammonites formed? They in the sediment of the sea, they were preserved. They're from Canada, aren't they? And there's no more of them. They're like fossilised, aren't they? They're fabulous. I love this. And do you know, Ammonite jewellery is expensive. I love aren't they wonderful? Are you a fan, Laura?
I love them. I was very lucky. Hannah Oxbury was put a message out and went, I've got an extra strand, so I managed to get some. Because they fly out as soon as they come in.
Can you see the colour in these? Get dead close to me, Rye. Can you see the red? Oh.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Look. Oof. I can't believe that we're doing these. They're so smooth. Do you ever want to do that with things that are smooth? Do you know what I mean? Just to see the texture of them. I am weird, I know that. Do you not do... Oh my gosh, look at this. You're not sure how to react to me sometimes. Why? Look at that! Beautiful. What, you've never done that? You've never tested texture with your mouth? Like to see if something's spiky or smooth if you can't quite... No? Or if it's glass or plastic, taking it up to your face? No?
No.
Just me. Just me. It's a very strange child.
Well, one of 15 cousins, you know.
I am strange. I don't care. It's fine. I'm not boring, am I? Look at these, though. I love these. These are going to sell out. All right, Scott. Scott's so weirded out by me. I don't know. Country life, that, I tell you. Now, this is a lovely colour next to these, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I like these colours. What's the fruit that's this colour that's not an orange, like real tropically?
Mango.
You can get no, it's not quite mango,
Star
is it?
fruit.
No, because they're like green, aren't they?
I don't know, I'm just trying to think.
Star fruit, you can't find them anymore.
Pomegranates are like a
no, it's not a Sharon fruit. Is it Sharon fruit? Yeah, it's Sharon fruit. That's the colour of it. Sharon fruit.
Or dragon fruit?
Sharon fruit that looks like an orange but tastes like a mango.
Yeah, I've never tasted that.
You've got to really up your game with your exotic fruits, Laura.
I know, I'm rubbish, aren't I?
You're not rubbish, darling.
Stick to my melon and pineapple.
You'll speak to your melon?
Stick to my melon and pineapple.
Oh dear. Look at all of these. How many have I got, for goodness sake? 740. There's absolutely loads of these. They're lovely. I love a tangerine at Christmas. That's what it reminds me of. I like tangerines in mulled wine. They're yummy. £21.95 every jar. Should be priced out. We're taking it down because it's Bank Holiday Monday madness. Madness. It's madness. They're only £14.95. I mean, it's just a great stash builder, isn't it?
Definitely, and it's beautiful, isn't it? What a lovely gemstone, and you can team it with lots as well then.
I actually quite like flipping these over and seeing that rough side to them as well, you know? It's quite nice to have the two textures from the buffed and the polished to the rough. It's nice that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, the texture, you could use that. You can really feel, actually, that texture. If you run your finger along there, you can...
No, it's nice.
So you could put these in your moulding compound and get the texture. We've got a text message coming in from Lynn in Tynemware. Loving the show, girls. Amazing designs. Or Jenny, I test things with my lips. I thought I was the only weird one. I'm so glad, Lynn, because I do the same. Like, you want to do that to feel the smoothness. Thank you. Lindsay in Wiltshire says, I totally get what you mean. I test things like that too, but I know I'm weird. I know, I feel weird too. Maybe it's a thing that weird kids have always done. Tina in Cheshire, I test for real gemstones by feeling how cold they are on my face or lip. Not weird at all. We're not weird. Katie in Cheshire says, no, Jenny, I do it too, just on my up. See, I told you. If you're not sure about something, take it to the lips. That's what I say. A customer says, I once done that with a hedgehog. Do you know why you shouldn't do? Do you know why the only reason I wouldn't do that with a hedgehog, and I do get what you mean, because you don't want to put your hand on it, you're just gentle because your lips are all softer, because hedgehogs actually have got fleas.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Yeah, a lot of dogs get fleas from hedgehogs, but I do love a hedgehog. I'm a fan.
I went camping last year with my cousin, and we went with our families. Because we had tents and the toilets were in a separate block. We both had been drinking a bit of wine.
Where's this going?
We went across the field and she ran straight into the hedgehog. She stabbed
Ow!
all of them.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it wasn't funny. The hedgehog was fine, but it was just so funny.
Because she was like, ah!
She just went straight across, went straight into it.
Barefoot in a field?
Well, it was only across the field. It wasn't very far. She had lots of little stab wounds the next morning.
Yeah, I bet.
It was funny though.
Good grief.
The hedgehog was absolutely fine.
No hedgehogs were harmed in the toilet trip. Anyway, where were we, Laura? Where was my cabochon gone?
Right, there's yours. Right, so I've just done like a little spiral. Just, you know, and again, this is just plain, see what happens. So then I'm going to just take my pliers again, do a little sort of loop, and then if I place my pliers back in again, I can do another loop. So, so you get that kind of shape. And again, this is just playing about it, you know, there's no wrong or right with this. And then what I'm going to do now is take my stone. And as I said, you may need to just kind of use your pliers and push it.
I'm doing it now, yeah. Go in, you. Go on. No, it's not having any of it, that one.
My other strand, there you go. Turn it around, try the other side. Try the other side. Yeah, just for easiness. They
This
do
one's better.
obviously work.
I need to
because,
ream that one, you know that.
yeah, you can use your bead reamer, it's absolutely fine. I mean, obviously I've used them all there, so you know, they are fine. There we go.
I don't mind it. It's fine, it's normal, isn't it? It's
There you go.
everyday.
There you go. So now I can feed that straight on.
Hashtag crafters problems.
And I'm just going to fold this. So I've got that like this, and I'm just going to fold it. So it's going to go across the stone like that. Okay, as a decoration. All right. So now the wire coming out the top, I'm going to create a loop. Now again, you could do the. Can I have my bell making pliers, please?
Oh, if you must, I was about to use them.
Where are you?
No, I'm done, it's fine.
Is that what you wanted?
Thank you.
Right, so if you wanted to keep it as a simple bail, you can just go around once and then continue with your design, okay? And that would give you that one bail look, that one loop look. Again, if you wanted to just create a triple bail, just open them, or a double bail can look nice as well. Just rotate it around. Okay, so it's like that, and then just wrap it around to lock it in place. Okay, and then again it's just finishing off your design. So you've got that already. So what I want to do now is just using that one wire, I'm just going to create a kind of an open spiral there. So it's like that. And then have the wire come down, and what I want it to do is lock with that initial spiral that I did. Have you given up? It's your face.
Don't mention it, Laura.
So you should have gone along with me, shouldn't you?
Blooming wire.
You should have gone along with me. So I've hooked and caught that.
I can have a
spiral.
real tantrum over those
Your
drills.
face looked like it was.
You won't go in wire. It was the wire kept bending. It's because I was using my fingers. I should have used the tool. I'm so stubborn though. I just think no, I can do this.
Okay, so what I want to do, as I said, is just lock. Is lock that section there in so that it's not going to pick up. So to do that, and then just bring the wire down, and then just finish your design however you want. So take your cutters. And then again, I'm just going to gently do a little sort of spiral there. And there's a nice, and then again with your bail, open it out.
Crown it out.
And there's another simple design.
I like that.
And that's just using one piece of wire, just put it through. And you kind of create that section already. So it's just linking them both together, okay? You could hammer that if you wanted to before you placed it in.
I was going to say, not on the cabochon.
No, not on the stone, no. But you would hammer it before you placed it to the inside the stone, and then create the rest, okay?
Coolio.
So then there's one more that I was going to show you, which was with the hearts, yeah, that one there. And I've actually used a 0.6 wire for this one.
I'm wondering whether the hearts are easy to get the... the 0.6 gone through the hearts.
Yeah, the 0.6 wire. So would you like to have a go with this with the 0.6 wire?
I would like
And
to.
then there would be no need for temper tantrums.
I don't have a temper.
Your face.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, yeah. I can't help it.
Again,
Is that, do you know...
I'm going to cut about a metre of wire off. There you go.
Thank you, my darling.
Okay.
What am I doing? Am I not going
No.
through this then?
Well, no, if you wait. Okay. It's very sort of similar to the first one that we did. Okay.
Someone's just texted saying, who's the eye candy about Scott? You don't look... You're more handsome than Nick Grimshaw. He's got... You've got nicer teeth. His teeth are too small. You do think that? His teeth are too small. I don't know why he doesn't just do something about that, but no, you're more handsome than him. That's Scott. That's who your eye candy is.
Okay.
Now.
So again, just doing that 4 wraps to make that bail.
Actually, you presumed that this lady was talking about you. She could have been talking about Ryan with a turkey on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Ben doing the dance.
Or Ben earlier,
thing.
trotting.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There you go. You want to use those.
Are
Okay.
you bailing with those, are
Yeah,
you?
so again, I've just done the bail with these.
Again, 4, yeah?
Again, 4. But again, it's up to you. Do whatever you want. Now, you'll find it's a lot
what
easier. Do whatever you want. So I'm just going to use pop the 0.6 through. Now, one thing that you won't be able to do is get 2 pieces of 0.6 through. Okay, I tried, it didn't work.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I've got a couple of these little hearts left. Okay.
I still twist, yeah? That's easier, 0.6. Than the
Yeah,
one
it's
there.
you're going to find it a lot easier in the 0.6 because it's more malleable. It's a finer gauge. Okay, so pop it through. Now take one of the hearts and just add it onto the bottom of the stone, so it's there. Okay. So
Oh gosh, 0.6 is going to make your life a lot easier if this is the first time you've done this.
Yeah.
If you're like Jenny Cleary and not as good as Laura binding.
Okay, so you just take one of the little stones there, right? One of the little hearts, pop it onto the bottom of the stone.
Let me just sort that out a bit more.
So now what I'm going to do is just kind of swirl the wire around the back of the stone and almost wrap it around. Oops.
Do I put it on the feeder wire or on the
The one that's
excess
going
wire?
through the stone.
Okay.
So then I'm just going to bring it around the back and wrap it around the gap between the
Point up or point down?
however
Sorry.
you want. However you want. But again, it's your own choice. So I've just wrapped it around, so bring the wire back up and wrap it in between the 2 stones.
I got you.
Okay. And then again, okay. Now, again, if you want to do a little swirl, then you can.
I'm going to turn it round the other way.
And then what I'm going to do now is add a couple of stones as I'm going up, back to bring the wire back up to the top to join this wire. And again, it's up to you, wherever you want the stones, whichever direction you want the hearts to go in is your choice.
It's a good idea to work out which is the back and which is the front as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, if you have a preference.
Start a little, well, yes, Jenny, says Kerry.
Now what I'm doing is little spirals or little loops just in between each heart that I add, just because that breaks up the hearts then. And even though I'm not putting them in any particular direction, what I am doing is if I've got them I'm trying to get them so that they do go in opposite directions when they go up. So those 2 are now going in opposite directions. And the reason I've put those swirls is just to stop those hearts from sliding down further. Okay, so one more.
I think I'll have a bash on some more of them.
So then you can see.
I'm going to do an alternative design, all right?
Obviously, I wouldn't expect anything less. So, as you can see, I'm actually creating a bit of a curve with this. So again, it's just that fluid kind of look. And again, put the stones in any direction. Put that one on there.
I really like this. No, it's really therapeutic.
It's good, isn't it? You can see how you can sit down and just create loads of different designs, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those hearts make it easier because they add the detail for you if you're not very good at
Yeah.
wire work.
So you could keep it just simple like that if you wanted. It looks quite pretty. Oops, if I just place it like that. So you've got it nice and simple. Hold it up, there you go. So it almost looks like vine-like, and then again you could do the swirl there and just finish it off as you did. But we're just going to make it a little bit different. As I said, each one's going to be unique. So what you can do then, if you wanted to, again, just mirror it going down if you wanted to. Try and get that sort of fluidity as you're going down. And because you've got that connection there, you can use that as a sort of a point to wrap your wire.
Oh, I
And then
like
bring it
this
back
a lot.
up. So again, you can mirror that, bring that back up. And then what you can do, so you do need to make sure you've got enough wire before you do this. I don't think I've got quite enough, but I'll show you anyway. Both my wires are here, so that's how it's looking at the moment with the 2. So I took one wire all the way down, wrapped it around that heart there and back up, so it kind of frames those hearts. So if I turn it to the other camera, you'll see it a little bit clearer. You see that there? So it almost gives it a setting as such, okay? And then what I'm going to do with these 2 wires is twist them, okay? And again, you don't have to, you can, at every point that I'm doing, you can stop your design. So it's your own choice as to what you do. I'm just going to twist these wires loosely together. Now I haven't got enough wire to go around both sides of the stone. I can see that. So again, each design is going to lend itself. You're going to be able to see there's not going to be enough wire to go around both sides, whereas with my first one there was. So you adapt it per design. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was doing this, I probably would stop it there because I really quite like it like that. So twisting it around. You having fun?
Yeah, I am.
So twisting it around, and then what I'm going to do again is just to have it almost frame the stone around there.
I've done it again. I've gone alternative.
Done your own variation. I might have enough to go around actually.
Story in my life.
And the good thing about this is if you did this and you thought, do you know what, I don't like it, there's no reason why you don't cut it and then or undo it, because everything itself is in place. You've got your design made, you've got your bail, everything's secure. So this is all just decorative, and if you decide that you don't like it, then you just undo it or cut it. It's not a problem. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this all the way around. I have got enough, just about. Just to go around there. So that's framing the stone a little bit. Mine's hugging it a little bit, whereas before I had it more sort of as a frame around it. But you can see that's giving it a frame now. And again, just to get rid of these, to get rid of these wires, I just want to wrap those wires together. What I'm going to do is just cut one wire at the front. And the reason I've cut that at the front is because I'm going to place a spiral just over that, and then that will get rid of it. The other thing you could do, if I could find my pliers, I'll just use these. So the other thing I could do is take one more of the hearts, which Jenny, I think you've used most of.
Sorry, love.
That's all right. Place it on here and have that going across the bail. So have that going across there. And then have that wire wrapped around there.
Go back, you.
And then again, just gently make sure that there's no sharp edges. Finish that wire nicely there. And then what you would then do again with this here. Now if you've got the Wags Y-cone or something like this, it's really good, because that just can straighten those loops out if they've gotten a little bit distorted while you're working with them. So just use that to straighten them, or a mandrel or anything that you've got. And again, just open them out gently.
Gently does it.
And there's your finished pendant. Lower that down.
Mine is not as good as yours again.
But again, it's a different type of look. And so you've got 3 different types of look. This is done using the 0.6 wire, so it looks more delicate. It doesn't look as heavy as, say, this piece. So if I pop this one here, pop that one on there, you can see the kind of the difference between them. And you can see the difference with the gauges of wire and how it changes the look of the pendants as well. So there you go.
I tried to get too technical with my twisted wire, so mine is not as good as Laura's. Repeat. Well, why? Of course it's not as good as Laura's, it's me doing it, obviously. It's not going to be as good. But like if I practice for ages, I might actually get good at this.
Oh no, that's really cool, I like that.
You're just being nice.
No, I'm not, I like that. I think that's really cool. It's just your own take on it. It's everyone's different, but the whole point
I get better
is,
at bails. My thing is bails.
Do you like the bails?
I like doing it, but I've got to
Yeah.
get neater. But Scott's been telling me to get on with some work for ages. I'm not a guest designer. Look at these, Laura.
I like them.
Do you know what they remind me of? Laura Ashley. I used to have a dress like this when I was little, I'm sure. We're going to give you a brilliant deal on these. Look at these prints. They're kind of 80s Madonna-esque as well, aren't they?
I like them.
I like those. I can see Kerry making something out of these. There's loads of different shapes, loads of different sizes. Pink dot jasper. Yeah, pink polka dots were in. Do you remember Pretty in Pink, the film?
Yeah.
Look at these. I like those a lot. TON V95 pink dot jasper, 740 carats, and just £11.95 all the way down. Wow. Previously seen at £17.95. Today £11.95. I'll count how many I've got. You should get there or thereabouts, but guaranteed the carat weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is what I've got. 16. Oh, you've got one. You just took one.
Stole one.
Oh, look what
Just to
Laura's
show
doing.
you how you could compare it in contrast on something like
Oh, it
copper.
looks very good with the copper. Of course, Laura always knew it would. That's fabulous, isn't it?
See, I love that. I really love those. They're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous. TON V95 740 carats 0800 644 655 on the phone lines, or the w's.jewellerymaker.com if you're doing it online. There is a wait on the phone lines. How many? Couple of minutes. Couple of minutes wait on the phone lines. Don't panic. It's a free phone number if you're dialing from a UK landline, but you do have to check out baskets if you've got this in a basket online, or you will miss out to the queues on the phone lines. We're really busy today. It's so lovely to have your company. We love each and every one of you. We want your text messages coming through. Are we weird for testing textures with our mouths? Should I or should I not get a tattoo? Am I having a midlife crisis? Probably. I probably am. I think I am. Like every day, pretty much am. Are you? Do you ever do that? Like,
I live in a midlife
cry
crisis.
over the fact we're getting older? Do you? I do. I just think, oh,
You just mothered me.
you just moved your hair out. Oh, I was friending you, not mothering you. It's friending. Are you all right with being touched? Because if you did that to me, I'd be a bit like,
How
oh.
about you ask me now? So far, you've smacked me on the back, you've grabbed my arm, and you've smoothed
I'd rather a smack than a stroke, though. Like, anyway, let's go to a break before it goes weird again.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund. Join guest designer Gemma Crow as she brings you a fascinating DVD that teaches you how to create all of your important findings that are essential to everybody's collection. Gemma will take you through step by step to create all of your finishing touches that bring your pieces to life, essential for all jewellery makers. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
Would you like to ask guest designer Angela Edwards a question? Then simply head over to our Facebook page and add your question to the Ask Angela post. You can also download the JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice app and record your video. Simply search JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or on Google Play Store and download the app to your phone or tablet. Make sure you're tuned in on Wednesday the 2nd of September between 1 and 5 p.m. to see if your question is read out.
The fastest way to shop with Jewellery Maker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
I'm Sandra. I've been on Gemma Crow's structured wirework course and I've learnt some amazing techniques. She showed me how to work hard and how to use wire working in the best way without hurting your joints, and how to manipulate the wire, hammer in, and made an amazing torque necklace which I never thought I would be able to do. And I've learned so much, so many techniques. It's been an amazing day. I've thoroughly enjoyed everything.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker, where all sorts of things go on in the break that we can't discuss live on air. Now, I am going to, but who knows, I might slip it out by accident. Now, I am going to give to you, Scott, Number 1, Lush. Can we do those? I actually think I need these to go with this. You thought I was going to do what? Oh, you thought we were going to ease our way into the madness and I just got it straight out, slapped it on the table like a wet fish. Look at these. Absolutely good. Oh, Laura, we're both having to sit down, love. 3 hours
I was like, oh, that sounds like a good idea.
It's nice to have a little sit in the afternoon, isn't it, love?
Yeah. Got long drives ahead of us, you know, we need to charge.
We're relaxing into it now, we really are. Now, these are full of lustre, and I actually think prong setting these, again, I've sort of mentioned prong setting in rings quite a lot, but I like the idea of that, but these are going to look brilliant in earrings as well. Laura, they're wonderful, stranded in a necklace like this. I love the way that they sit. What would you do with these?
I think that you're right, they look really pretty just like that, but I do think for a pair of earrings they would be beautiful and they would really catch the light, you know. You could have them just as simple drops, or you could put something a little bit more elaborate on it as well, like some nice, you know, again going back to that sort of appetite, that real burst of colour.
Lovely splash of striking colour, because you'll have a nice contrast. These are traditional cushion cuts, but they have been drill holed in the corner so they sit like diamonds. I love these. We've only got 8 left. Black spinels, so lustrous. Oh my gosh, £33.95. Brilliant price tag for black spinel. Spinel is fast becoming ever more popular. It's a gemstone that you see out there in the, you know, when you go to the airport and really expensive jewellers and you think, oh, I'll just have a little look. And you always wonder why people are buying jewellery at the airport. Like, people are just going in there and they're all expensive. You're seeing this more and more. A lot of Tiffany & Co. black spinel at the moment. Other places are available. You could be shopping in Boodles, you could be shopping at Bulgari. Look at that lustre, and that's what you get. And I actually would argue with you that black spinel has a little bit more, I don't know how to, like it has more sparkle than a black diamond in a lot of occasions. Most occasions, actually, I think. £33.95. We've only got 3 of these left. It's for you if you want to create some very special pieces that are super lustrous. Now, I'm going to give you some bundles. I wanted to do that because it sort of caught my eye straight away. Now, I'm going to give to you, let's do some clear quartz. Oh, I love the ring. A brand new ring finding. Well done, Scott. I like today. Now, not that I don't like every day, but I like what you've put in today. Now, you've got to step with caution. Have a look at this ring finding. If you'd like to use seedy beads and wire or any little delicate gemstones, perfect. This is solid sterling silver, and it's got a little cap with the holes in it, which allows you for some leverage or some purchase for your polymer clay you could use in this. Because of the holes, you'll get a bit of purchase. You know what? It's wonderful for weaving your seed beads in. And I'm going to give you some little clear quartz with this, which are going to work very well indeed. You can incorporate some colour in there too. But I'm going to give you a larger strand. What are they, 6 millers? Doobie-doo. Oh, they are 6 millimetres, yes. Now, I haven't lost it. Now, have a look, because you've got a lot of silver. We're going to give you a price tag that indicates for the sterling silver ring and not accounting for the 2 gemstone strands as well. The great thing about clear quartz is to have it in your stash. It's always going to work with whatever you've already got in your stash, because it's never going to clash, is it? All of this for £9.95. 2 wonderful gemstone strands, 3 millimetres and 6 millimetres, and a solid sterling ring finding. Laura, ring findings like this, these are the sorts of things that I imagine you've got in your stash, and why?
Again, it's an amazing base, isn't it? You can put your high-end gemstones in, you use a tiny little bit of sterling silver wire just to keep it in keeping with the sterling silver, and make a really lovely high-end clustering. You could put little teeny tiny briolets into it and really make it like a real sparkly cluster or something. You know, when you get like the sapphires that we get and they're really little, but you could sew them all in so it would just look encrusted.
What about these then, with them?
Yeah, I mean, that would look amazing, wouldn't it?
This is another reason to love Scott today, everyone. Whoa! Treasures you have. Now, was that weird? It was a bit, wasn't it? Not as weird as anything else I've done. Okay, right. Do you look at me sometimes and think it's just too weird? Too weird. Now, there's loads of you on the phone lines with this. Sally, you've got yours. William's got 2. JewelleryMaker in Hertfordshire, where some wonderful people live. You've got 2. Karen's got 2. Lynette's got 2. Pauline, I have got Jenny, good name. Paul, another Pauline. Susan, you've got yours. Hazel, Doris, Eleanor for l'exemplaire. Hello, Eleanor. JewelleryMaker in Kent. Irina, you've got yours as well. Lynette's got 2. Loads of you there. Nikki and Devon, you got yours. Loads of you there for this. So the solid sterling silver ring finding with the 2 strands of clear quartz, all yours for $9.95. And SG C71. Now, I'm going to give you something else because we're going to power through. Number 6, darling. Well, that didn't sound anything like 6, did it? No. We did just, I was just going to say, I've just done 6 because I was looking at the number 6 while you were talking. Now, 3 gorgeous strands. And what I love about this is that you've got that nude colour. So, very in at the moment, this colour, isn't it? It's the colour of my nails. I like that colour at the moment. Very nice indeed, but I couldn't wear it in a garment like a top because I feel like it's too close to nudity. But you know what I mean. You know when people are walking down the street and you think, oh my gosh, that woman's got no trousers on, and it's because they're this colour. But you know, we've all done it, which is all well and good if you're a skinny little bean that's 21 years old, but not for me. So I like to still have a little bit, still be a bit trendy. I'd rather wear it in a gorgeous gemstone colour. You know what I mean, don't you, Kerry? Now, look at this beautiful Triple Trouble Moonstone. Love Moonstone. Don't you think it sounds romantic? Just the name, Moonstone. Oh, and I love these because I love the shape of them. They make really easy bracelets. Stretchy bracelets, easy peasy lemon squeezy. They're great in between other shapes and sizes. Do you remember the pearls we had earlier, the Biwa pearls? These would be amazing in the middle of those, wouldn't they? Because they've got that lovely texture. They've got a certain amount of randomness, variety rather than randomness. Is that what I should say? Yeah. They've got that variety that gives you that organic look, but they're still similar at the same time. Do you know what I mean? £17.85 for 3 long strands, except not because we're going down. NRG C30. To £9.95, that's £3.33 per strand. Brilliant price tag. Less than that, actually. I did do a maths. I've practiced that one a lot because we do a lot of £9.95, so I feel like confident there. 0800 6. I always feel pleased with myself when I've done some times tables. NRG C30 is your item code. I couldn't do maths at school. Could you, Kerry? Could you, Laura?
No, I retook my maths GCSE for some crazy reason.
Did you? That's good on you, because I don't know what. It's a foreign language. Numbers. I
hate it.
Just don't do them. My daughter, they've given her an early maths GCSE paper. What is that about? I don't know how this happened. Like, what is that about? She enjoys numbers. She's a fool.
Right.
No, she is a strain. Sometimes I just wonder what happened. NRG C30, sometimes her and my brother talk for hours and I've got absolutely no idea what they're talking about. And that goes on and I'm like, they're so boring. $9.95, I'm just like, oh, why don't you just get the chest set out and I'm done with it. NRG, and sometimes they do. NRG C30, all yours for $9.95. Loads of you are there. It is nice to have nerds in the family. They do come in handy. Yes. Now. Oh, I love this. Look at these. They're lush. These are lush. Laura, you're going to really like these. Big fan of these. I can see Alison Terry doing that thing she does with ovals, you know, where she hugs it with fine wire and they look amazing.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Aren't they? Aren't they gorgeous? ruby, emerald and sapphire, and this is, you know, it's actual. It's not like ruby-ish, it's real ruby, real sapphire, real emerald. It's an actual occurrence. Look how gorgeous they are when you put them against the skin. Absolutely beautiful. I can imagine these on dark skin and light skin, and they'd still glow, you know, with that same intensity. Look, you've got yellow sapphires on here as well. Just beautiful. Big fan of these. The depth in colour of the ruby. It works so well, doesn't it? And you know, you can really make some outstanding pieces out of this. Now, if you are going to make somebody something very special for Christmas, you have to have a strand like this in your collection. Or if you are making pieces to sell on, I think these are going to really find their way into your collections. And the thing is, because you've got lots of the same style, you could do things like just with 2 emeralds, 1 in each ear, earrings, and then you have quite a lot of those, so you can make them in sort of en masse and have collections for Christmas time. So you could do lots of stud earrings. You could prom set these and make stud earrings. And can I count them and you tell me how many pairs of earrings? Because I might not be able to half it. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Sorry, I forgot to start. I didn't forget to count. I got to 20 and then I started going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I think I carried on going 10, 11, 12, so I was like, oh, I can't add that and that up, so I just start again, sorry. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why my kids are mortifyingly embarrassed of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, I thought there was 30, but I just didn't trust myself. So 15 pairs of earrings. And what would you sell a pair of sapphire earrings for? Has to be at least £25. What's 25 times 15? There's a maths I just threw at you. Can he knock it back? £375 potential profit-making opportunity here. Obviously, taking off the price of the strand and the wire, but you've got to think about this. Your profits are in the hundreds. The strand's only £44.95. You've got 45 carats of precious gemstones. Incredible value. BYO D09 is your item code. You can use your debit card. What was that song you just? Bring your own what? BYO, bring your own. Oh, he just sang the code. Oh, sorry, Scott. I thought that was a song. I wanted to join in. I didn't know. 19, anything but watch me whip, watch me nay-nay. I can't, honestly, my son, it just goes round that. It's going, ooh, watch me. And I'm like, stop, because it's always in my head. Do yours do it?
No.
I know the dance to that. I know how to break my legs. Know it. Do you not know it?
No.
I wish I didn't.
Jackson's obsessed with Everybody Wants to Steal My Girl from One Direction.
Oh, I love that song.
And he hates the cheerleader song that...
I think
he goes mental. If it comes on the radio,
mad.
we all sing it at him and he sits like that. And he hates it. He hates
Does
that
he?
song. Yeah, and the more he hates it, the more we sing it at him. I don't know if that was mean, he's only 5, but...
All my kids have on is that blinking music channel. And they're like all doing... Mia and Max both do all the little dance moves. It's quite funny. I'll have to record it and put it on my page for you. Because he does all that. Whip. He's like that. And he does the face. And like that, watch me. He gets right into it. Wow. Which side, Scott? Seven, you say, darling? These are nice and sparkly. That's what I miss about the summer holiday. I'll actually be able to watch television now instead of just the music channels.
Yeah, but at least you get music channels. I get stuck with CBeebies and all of the Nick Juniors and all of that lot.
What do you mean stuck with, says Ryan? He loves that.
Yeah, there's a limit.
Yeah. There is a limit to that. Yeah, those days are gone for me now, Laura.
You're lucky.
Have a look at this. I'm actually enjoying going shopping for my daughter and buying things for skinny people. So I'm really enjoying this. Now look at these are beautiful because they're so sparkly. And do you know what these look amazing in? If you had dark hair, these would look amazing in your hair. When we went to the festivals, all the girls were wearing, and I had to buy for Mia one of those hair necklaces. It's called something though, isn't it? And it goes across this way. So it goes over here. And across around your head and across. Like, they're expensive. I spent one was glass beads, I was going to say fake beads, that I got from an online thing, and it was $14.95. Now I would have got someone here to buy to make me one, but I wasn't here. I was in Australia, and then I was at the festival. It's the life I'm living right now. Do you know what I mean? It's all cutthroat, no stopping. So that's so I had to order it online to send to her. What's a big I'm kind of a big thing right now. I don't know. No, Scott, I am. No, that's a joke. It's a joke. 'Cause people want to think I'm serious. Now, I'm not. Original price tag. Actually, when I was at the festival, I wasn't actually allowed to hang around with Mia. She was at the front with her mates. I had to be like way behind and not dance near any of her mates or know the words to anything. £9.95. SBG P21 is your item code. These are so super duper sparkly, and I just think you always want some sparkle, particularly in the winter, because I think people like that glisten and that snow queen look. So these are going to look really good in tiaras and fascinators. These look lovely in earrings when you're wearing a big chunky knit. I've got a lovely mohair jumper with sparkles on it. You know, just think about what's in your wardrobe right now and think, oh, I can't wait to wear that in the winter time. And all the sparkles. So we are a bit more sparkly in the winter. We're a bit more sparkly in the winter, aren't we? We are. I've got out all of my Christmas decorations because of the hot tub thing. I put a gazebo over the top of it, no, a marquee thing, and then I filled the whole roof with my fairy lights for Christmas. And it made me happy because I was getting out all my Christmas decorations. £9.95. SBG P21, 150 carats. Look at that sparkle, gorgeous. Now, oh, these are nice mauves, aren't they? Going to give you some shape now, lots of different shapes to work with. I'd actually say these are great if your kids have got into jewellery making with you. Oh, by the way, niece Mina from, we're doing crochet, and I was telling you about it the other day. Like a crochet machine, that child now. 2 seconds showed her, reeling it out. Now, so if your kids got into the crochet thing, or if they've got into jewellery making over the holidays, bit of a rubbish day today, isn't it? And you're thinking, you know what, I want to continue this. I want them to keep getting crafty and creative. My kids aren't massively creative and crafty, but my nieces are. So I can still have that craft. And Max does like to use paracord, actually. Mark Smith taught him how to make a paracord bracelet. But these are going to be brilliant for them because they're a nice smooth texture, they're nice and lightweight, and they're lovely pretty colours. Brilliant for other projects as well. Actually, these are quite good individually, aren't they? And actually these will all make great impressions into your moulding compounds. We don't have many squares like this. They're going to be great for your bead loom bracelets, but they're also brilliant at the end of chainmail to give you that sort of ending. And they're wonderful because they sit so nicely against the skin. If you want to do like some Egyptian-y style pieces, these are good for those as well. It's nice to have every different colour, and these are kind of like nice mauvey, hazy. Are they mauve or are they lilac-y? They're lilac-y, aren't they? Did I say mauve? Sorry. Going all Hertfordshire, and I. I said mauve. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. I can't believe it. They're £9.95. They're not. Oh, we're going ridiculous. Definitely a stash builder. Do you know, these are going to make brilliant key rings and things as well, aren't they? £5.95 for 3 strands. It's absolute craziness. That's £2 a strand, less than. You are crazy. SDG, C31. Laura, it's always great to, you see something like this, stash builder it, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. And again, like you say, you can use them all together or you can use them individually. You know, you've got pendants there. You could, if you think of like the rings that we did, with the cabochons,
yes,
you could create a very similar look with those oval ones.
From the
but
first kit?
Use a drill hole, you know, and actually then you've got that security and you don't have to be so elaborate with the wire work if you don't want to. So, you know, you can use them all together and they go lovely together, or you can use them individually.
And that's the great thing, isn't it? To have a bundle that works very well together, but also that you can spread out and use in separate. So £5.95, you've got yourself a super duper deal. 0800 644 655 on the phone lines, or the w's.jewellerymaker.com if you're doing it online, and you can shop on our app as well. Now, I'm going to give you something else amazing. There's a box behind the box. That gives, when you do that, I don't like it because it's like there's a shoe in a shoe in a shoe. Why don't you just say box number 4? That's not a box in a box. What are you on about? Just say number 4. You've creeped me out now with the box in a box in a box. It's like one of those horrible stories. Now, did you ever watch, when you were little, Jim Henson's, what are they called, with
Fraggle Rock.
Not Fraggle Rock. It's the storyteller.
Storyteller.
I love it.
I love that.
I love it. That's the sort of story they'd
Do you
start
not know?
with.
And it's, yeah.
The giant whose heart was in a
Hurt?
wasp's nest, that was in a well, that was in a garden, that was in a... That's what you're doing. A box in a box. Don't keep saying box in a box.
Yeah, on a Sunday night, wasn't it?
Was it on?
No, it used to be on.
Oh, it used to be. Yeah, I YouTube it for the kids because it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, I digress again. There's a knot in this chain, dear Liza, dear Liza. Quick, stop me, because I'm on the verge of going mad. Somebody stop me. I've only got 20 minutes. You were well from me there. Now, this is a lovely fine chain. I would show it you all, but somebody's nattered it. And it's got the extender as well. Have a look. $9.95 should be price tag, but you know what I would do? 1 pearl, little wrap loop, Bob's your uncle. The world is your lobster. $7.95 for a sterling silver chain. It's a really nice fine chain, but it's strong, is this one, and I know because I've got it. 14 left at £7.95. Loads of you on the phone lines. Don't forget to text us. Have we had any texts lately? I feel like I'm on my own with this madness, whereas when I was mad before, they were with me. They were with me. Good, everyone's with me. Francis says, love you, Jenny. You're the best comedian. Thanks on TV. You should be doing stand-up. I'd pay to see you. No, because people just throw tomatoes at me and I can't deal with the pips in my hair. But thank you. And plus, under pressure, you can't be funny, can you? No? If I had to write it down, it wouldn't be funny. It would be really embarrassing, I think. Now we know how to keep Jenny quiet. Get her wire work. Yeah, it's true. Don't tell my mum. Thank you for all your text messages. It's lovely when you text in. At $7.95. Of course, we've been thinking about Alan and his 83 tattoos. He hasn't got 80. Well, he never did in 1996 anyway. $7.95, 12 left. Loads of you pressing buttons for that. Now, number 6, pick up sticks, is where we're going next. We're going to give you a findings pack. You've obviously had loads of these findings packs, Laws, haven't you?
Yeah.
Are these the silver and copper? These are nice links. Oh, these are very Janelle, darling. Yeah, well, a company that rhymes with Janelle but begins with C. You thought I was on about what, sorry? Janelle from what programme? I don't know what programme. What are you referring to? What, do you know what that is? Summer what? It's a funny programme. Summer Heights High.
Oh, I used to, yeah. The Australian guy.
It's Australian, sorry. No, I didn't know it. Don't get time to watch TV when I'm out there.
Well, it was a while ago it was on.
Oh, was it? Janelle? No, but I did used to love Round the Twist. That was Australian, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ever felt like this? How strange things happen. Let's have a look at the Janelles. Oh, is it only £5.95? Not today. You've got absolutely stacks, not just the Janelles. Look at all of this. You've got a whole metre of chain. You've got your toggle clasps. This is mad. This is madness. £3.95. Don't let Martha see you doing price tags like this on the screen. TDO K63. What did you say? Someone texted in to say I look like an orangutan. Is that what you just said? Thanks. What part? The arms? Have I got long arms? Or is it my face? Is it my long orangutan arms? Did someone really text that in, or you were just saying that I look like an orangutan? Who did it? Name and shame. I've been called worse. £3.95. I like orangutans. They look... There's nothing wrong with them. You wouldn't mess with one, would you? Don't know what else to say. Oh dear. Do I?
No.
You had to. There was a long
No,
pause
but it was
there.
your face. It was the do I? Don't you dare say I do. Was that your...
Call a spade,
No,
Laura
you
Binding,
don't.
that's what I say.
You
What are you lingering there for, Pete? You're making me feel uneasy. What did you just take? What are you doing? They're up to something, those lads. £3.95. TDOK. Oh, loads of you. You've got to multiply these. Course, there's loads of you there. Course, there is. £3.95. 0800 644 655 or the w's.jewellerymaker.com. Now, brown cow. Oh, brilliant, Ryan. Ryan's gone, now. Because whip nay isn't annoying enough. There's no... Oh, that was nice in there. Oh, this is lovely. I saw a little heart. With some chains. I like that, hearts and chains. Have a look. Wow, look at that! This is very powerful. You can see why the Elvish use this as their, because they're not mythological. This is the Elvish gemstone in Lord of the Rings. I reckon I watch Lord of the Rings at least once a week. Do you know that? When I go to bed, I put Lord of the Rings on. Look at that. Isn't it fantastic? I love that shiller. Do you know what? You can't beat that. Look at the blue and the green coming through, and to get the clarity as well. I think it's pretty unbeatable, that, isn't it? Moonstone, June's birth gemstone, a gemstone that's said to help with fertility in some beliefs. I like a bit of myth and legend. Do you, Laura? I love a bit. Look at the colour. Actually, that doesn't do it justice going around there, because you do need the light to sort of flow in between it. At £14.95, we've got a very good example, a very, very good example. But we're going to take it under £10 for you today, because it's bank holiday madness. Madness. It's madness. It feels really late now, but it's not, is it? It's only 4:30. It feels like 10 o'clock. £9.95. IXJN28. You've got 55 carats of this gorgeous gemstone. Just look at the way that you get all this incredible... It's a light show. The refraction is remarkable on this. I love the fact that these are graduated. I lost the word in my vocabulary. I had to really search for that word in my head then. £9.95. IXJN28. I would do like a bracelet or something with this, or a ring, because I'd want to see these. They're gorgeous. Ah, we can do the Peridot. Peridot. This is lush. I actually love looking at this in the box. Look. This is one of my favourite gemstones, because I think it's full of hope. If you're ever feeling down in the dumps and you look at a bit of Peridot, like the roller skate effect, I don't think you can be in a bad mood looking at Peridot. Do you know that? I think it lifts your spirits. I don't know if you... I think, again, I'm going to argue the jet ski theory, because I think I'm too busy trying not to die on jet skis. On roller skates, I'm just gliding, singing. I'm getting fitter, but I'm enjoying it, you know? So what's not to love? Where, you know, the same thing with Peridot. There are some things in life like humming. Can't hum in a bad mood, can you? Yeah, see? These are gorgeous. I think these are very uplifting. The colour's uplifting. It's just beautiful. It's a stunning, stunning, stunning colour green. My favourite of all green gemstones. Peridot. August's birth gemstone. My daughter's birth gemstone. Look at those. Incredible, aren't they? And then, right, so these are flat, faceted drops. Flat as in that they're not as cylindrical as these ones, because these are plump drops. Absolutely dewy and gorgeous. I think these are just... Look how sparkly. Look at the fire that comes from Peridot. It's got everything I love in a gemstone. The clarity is wonderful. This fabulous glow. It's beautiful. It's eye-catching. The luster that you get when it's faceted is just divine. The fire that's coming from inside these is incredible, and you're going to get a gemstone strand here, or 3 gemstone strands for every season. And again, if you want to make something that's uplifting, if you want to make something maybe for somebody who's poorly or somebody that's had a bit of a rubbish time and you want to make them feel better, I think this is just full of hope. Look at this, you're getting 3 gems of distinction strands for £14.95. The quality is superior. We're going to take the price tag down for you. I thought you were going to do that, Scott. You rascal. He's a devil of a man. £37.95. Just brilliant, brilliant value. You've just got to love this. Are you a lover of Peridot, Laura?
I do love Peridot. I think it's beautiful. It's just so zesty, and it just adds that pop of colour to any design. You know, if you teamed it with your amethyst.
Just doing that. Just doing that. Look.
Your rose quartz, smoky quartz, all of those colourways. I just think it adds that. It just brings them to life.
Oh, I do love it. I do. I think any colour that you put with this, it's just going to enhance it. Have a look with the black spinel as well. Lush. I love this. Look at, watch this. Oh my gosh, these go amazingly. Look at these. Isn't that divine? That, for me, would be just happy jewellery. Oh, I love that. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Big fan of that. £37.95. We've only got 10 of these left. You're going to have to be very quick. Alison, Lisa, Tracy, JewelleryMaker in West Yorkshire, Outer Hebrides, Tyne and Ware, loads of you there. There is a queue on the phone lines. Please, but there's been a queue on the phone lines all for the whole 4 hours, hasn't there? It's a free phone number, it don't matter. We're just busy. That's all. 13, you say? This I picked up earlier and said, this has got Mark Smith written all over it. Look at these. These are so Mark Smith. Look at these. Scott just said the funniest thing. And he actually believed what he said. These would be really good if there was a teacher in your family and they used pencils. What? What teacher doesn't use pencils? A teacher, right? This is like genius in his mind that he uses pencils. Like all teachers use pencils when they're marking. It's not like a new concept. One of them new age teachers that's out that's bin the chalk for a modern day pencil. You're not going to give it to a PE teacher, to be fair. Actually, my PE teacher used to have put his pencil behind his ear. He was a builder. I'm really attracted to men who put pencils behind their ears. Is that weird? Yeah, because it means they're like, they can build stuff. Not that person that you just mentioned. That would put me right off. I won't tell you who's... Anyway, come on. No. I'm sure. Then he said, no. Not that person. Look. Kerry, you get my wavelength. It means they're about to build something. It could be a carpenter or something. No? She's just like, no. No. She's more attracted to men with yachts. 1990. You go for the man with the pencil behind his ear, I'll go for the man with the yacht. See who comes out better. 1995, for these tigers, I graduated elongated pencils. I mean, that's a sentence I never thought I'd say. A graduated elongated pencil. These are fantastic for a bit of texture. They're all about texture. Do you know what? Scott is funny today. Don't all rush at once, teachers. You are funny today. Now, I would use this as one in a long, long, long pendant, or I would put these in dream catchers. Yeah. What say you, Laura Binding?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, a nice long pendant, you could do a wire wrap, a simple weave, and just twist it around. Because they've got drill holes, you could use a drill hole to secure it and then use the excess wires just to wrap around it with a weave, just to add a bit of something different to it.
Gold wire?
Gold, copper, silver, any of them really. They're all going to go. Antique bronze would look lovely. Antique bronze and copper together would be really nice. And you could just have it as like a hanging crystal as well. A lot of people have them.
That's what I'm saying, it's that shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, for anybody who's into crystal therapy, you'd like these, or you'd love them. Now, they don't contain lead. They are not actual pencils. You can't write with these. They're all about the ornamentals. £19.95, 11 chances. Good cufflinks. I think they make cool cufflinks. I do. UBR, U36 is your item code. Loads of you there for these. Let us know what you're going to do with them. How about what? Oh yeah, cha-chingas. Yeah, for your light switch, your light pulls. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I haven't got one of those. It's all switches in my house. I know. Like no cha-chinga. It's all... It is. I've never lived in a new house until this time, yeah. There's a lot of things that differ from living in the old house. Less spiders, no creaking. Gets warm really quickly. You know. 1995, it's a nightmare, Ryan. I've got nothing to moan about. What can I grumble about? These square walls? Nothing slopes. And the same height in every room? It's so boring. UBR U36. No. I'm so warm and cosy. This can't go on. I don't need these woolen blankets. Now, I don't have an Aga anymore, no. For the first time, I had to actually learn how to cook on a normal oven. Just, yeah, in an oven, not an Aga. Weird. Now. Oh yeah, I got these out. If your teachers stop, what is the obsession with teachers today? Scott went, if your teachers are start, we've done teachers' presents. No one starts school with a present for their teacher. Not if they want to stay popular that year. Now. Oh, Scott, were you one of those? Here, I bought you a nice rosy apple. Have a look. Ah, my sister's a teacher, so I should encourage that. She is incredibly annoying, though, so I won't. Have a look. Have a look at these. You realise when you spend loads more time with my sister, I spent loads of time with this 6 weeks holiday because she's a teacher and she gets loads of time off. And no, I did not buy those pencils, Scott, because I didn't know about them then. Otherwise, I would have. You realise how much you can annoy someone. Like, I'm enjoying annoying her. She's really enjoying annoying me. You can only do it with a sister, can't you? Now. It's so much fun. You forgot how brilliant it was to annoy someone who has to love you at the end of it. They literally got no choice. And they can't leave you. Look at this. I love these stars. They're beautiful. Do you know, I just think stars, hearts, things like that, they're just such a wonderful thing to incorporate. And if you bought the kit with the gold hearts, these are going to go very well with those, aren't they, Laura?
Oh, they're lovely, aren't they?
Aren't they gorgeous? I'd probably set these into a ring. I really like these. And I love the table, the lustre that you get from the table of the gemstones as well. The colour's brilliant. They're going to go really nice. What if you were making something that was hanging, like earrings or a pendant, something that that drops rather than hangs? Gorgeous with these. I'm getting a Brummy accent the more the hours are going in. I went gorgeous with these. Don't worry, Bab. £24.95. HPZ. C47 is your item code. A code. Is that not how you say code? Say code. My friend's taking the mickey out of me the other night because I said, I'm just going to go and find, again, for the gazebo thing with the fairy lights. And I went, I've got some fairy lights in there. They were like, what? I said, I'm going to go and get the fairy lights out of the, what fairy lights? I was like, no, fairy lights. You're saying furry. I'm not saying furry, am I? Because the Hertfordshire's like fairy. 24, they're crazy. The further down south you go, the crazier they get. 24.95 HPZ C47. Now, my darling angels, I'm going to give to you. Oh. Hang on a minute. Let me get my head around this. Right, I've got my head around it. Right, so that bit goes in my ear. But what does this do? This open, what does it do? Is it just, oh, I get it. Everything's fine. Right. Right, so yeah, I'm sure. No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Right, this is the post for the earring. Round it goes, and then I was like, well, what's that? Well, that is there to put a gemstone on, isn't it? Is that right, Laura? And you would glue it on. Can I put these in my ear to see what they look like when they're in? Because this is what was confusing me. I say, can I, and then I just do it. I didn't wait for the answer. Now you've got the butterfly backs. I'm just seeing whether they go on all right. Yeah, they're fine. The butterfly backs that go with. Let's have a look at this. Right, now, Laws, do you see there's a post here?
You'd put a little gemstone
and
on.
you put the gemstone. What kind of gemstone am I going to put there, though?
We
like
do
those.
We do the half-drilled pearls, don't we? And we've been recently doing it. I don't know if you've seen them, but we've been doing
the half-drilled pearls, yeah.
But we've been doing half-drilled gemstones, not just pearls, but actual gemstones like tiger's eyes and quartz.
Have we?
Yeah. So you know.
Have you had any? Have you got any?
I haven't got any, no, but you know they've been doing quite a few.
What would you put on the end of these?
I don't think you'd want to go classic and put the pearls on, wouldn't you? Really?
I'd always go for pearls, or peridot.
Yeah, and again because they're a little bit smaller as well.
What about those rubies we had earlier, or the sapphires?
Yeah.
Do you see there where you could just put? Could I put some of those on and would they stay, or would it need to be a half-drill? It needs to be something you're going to use glue on, I suppose.
Yeah, that's not the issue. It's whether it would go through, because it looks like quite a thick post. So I don't know if it would the smaller gemstones would go on it.
I will tell you that's because of the roping of the sterling silver, but actually the post isn't that thick. It might be a 0.6 or 8.
Yeah, so it would probably fit most for a half drill. But then, you know, the other thing that you could do that looks really cool is take a small gemstone, cut a head pin with the little balled head pins.
Yeah.
Cut it short and sort of glue that in one side of the stone, and then glue the stone onto the finding. So because you've put the little half a head pin in it, it hides the other hole.
I see.
So it make it look finished.
Okay, good.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. Yes. So if you haven't got half-drilled one, you can get around it by putting in a head pin.
So if you put the head pin
finishing that drill hole that's in there.
Yeah. So you could cut just the end part of the head pin there, cut that, and then put it inside the stone. This is a very small stone, but just as a sample. So you would cut that really short there, and then glue it inside there, and then the other half of the gemstone you'd be able to put onto the finding. So when you've got it, it would look like a complete.
Oh, I like that.
It would look like it was complete.
It would look one fluid piece. It would look sort of half finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
That makes sense.
You get 3 pairs of solid sterling silver earring findings, and you can just, do you reckon I could wear them just like this without a gemstone in? I think they look nice.
Yeah, I think they look nice.
I'm ready to leave with these in my ears like this. £8 and 95 pence. Now, I'm going to give to you that gorgeous lemon quartz, if that's all right with Scott, because I just love it. What did I do with it? I've had it next to me. Probably Pete's got it. No, he hasn't. I take it back. Take it back. Swallow it. It wasn't Pete. Sorry, Pete. Sorry, Pete. Well done for not being efficient in cleaning up after me, Pete. You weren't winning either way there, were you? I did the right thing, he said. You did. Well done for doing the right thing. I'm sorry, I rephrase. Look at these. I'm loving yellow at the moment. Look at them. They're so beautiful. Look at the size of that middle one. Look at the sheer size of it. Look at that glow. Oh, I'm a lover of yellow right now. These look nice with you, Kerry, with your hair colour. Yellow and, what are we calling your, is it purple? Yeah. Purpley pink? Purple and pink. Beautiful. Only you can get away with that, do you know that? £35 and 95 pence. Beautiful, big lemon quartz graduated, faceted, elongated drops. And the glow, and look at the price tag now, £19 and 95 pence. The glow that you get from these is phenomenal, quite striking, isn't it? At under £20, you've got yourself an absolutely wonderful deal. 0800 644 655. One more for you. Laura's challenge. Oh, now these, if you're thinking now and you're thinking, right, I want to create for Christmas, I want to create for parties, I want to create for New Year's Eve, these. We are going to have to start thinking about what we're doing for New Year's Eve now, aren't we? It's like time to start planning that, is it? Is it? It's time. I think it's time to plan it. Now, look at these. You have got the saucers in all different iridescent colours. I love this electric blue. I love that. And then the same, but in the mystic colours as well. And of course it's hematite. Gorgeous hematite trio. Demagnetised, I believe. Yes, demagnetised. And looking good, looking ready to party. These are the ones that are going to add the glitz and the glamour to your collection. And they're not massive either. Do you know what? These are really, really brilliant for ladder weaving. They make a really pretty ladder weave bracelet with these. Gorgeous. And you can think about things like sort of experimenting with a bit peyote sort of styles with them. They lie really nicely next to each other, and I love the facets to these as well. NVG C43 is your item code. Your hematite trio should be £24 and 85 pence, but it's not. We're giving you a massive price reduction on these. This is brilliant. You're going to like this. More money to party with, because these are only £12 and 95 pence, and it's got to be party glamour, hasn't it, with these? I think so. £12.95 for 3 gorgeous strands. They're going to add a lot of pizzazz, a lot of glamour. These are going to be nice sewn into your clothing as well. They make nice embellishments on cushions. It's not just about jewellery making. I think, actually, when we look at craft as a whole, I think that these kinds of things are going to work their way into your crafty drawer. £12 and 95 pence, 0800 644 655. I'm going to trot on over to Laura. I'm coming over to you, darling. You've done loads today.
I know.
Fair play.
Thank you.
Now, let's trot over to that luscious lady. Have a look at all the gorgeous jewellery that she's created. Oh, I like it is party jewellery.
Yeah, it's lovely. I really love this.
That's amazing.
Thank
You're
you.
so neat. Look at this. Beautiful. I love that. That is wonderful. That is a cocktail piece and a half.
Yeah, it takes something and just makes it a little bit different, you know, and I've used a bit of all of them in there. But I absolutely love these sort of saucer type ones. I just think they're lovely. I just want to put them in a stretchy bracelet.
Yes, yes, yes. You can make a really high impact stretchy bracelet with them. Yeah. I'm loving this. I'm loving these. Beautiful ring. So you can make all sorts of different jewelry. You can make it simple with a stretchy bracelet. You can make some gorgeous earrings, or you can do some really highly embellished wirework pieces with them as well. So the versatility in strands like this is huge. gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Love them. I'm now thinking about New Year's Eve. They're like firework colours, aren't they? £12.95. MVG C43. Make sure you're grabbing yours quickly. Loads of you are. We are super busy today. We've had queues on the phone lines, pretty much all of the show. You do need to make sure you are checking out baskets. And remember, if you shop with the lovely Becky this morning, if you shop with us this afternoon, or if you're going to shop with the mad Vicky later on, she's luscious, then, clearance tonight with the gorgeous Vic's. Then it's 1P&P all day long. You've got a bottomless basket. So Vic's got some clearance coming up for you, and lots of banter, I expect, because that's what it's all about with you, love, isn't it? She's just getting herself ready. It's all about the bants. NVG C43. Laura, did you enjoy working with them? Talk to me about the drill hole in that. Were they easy to work with?
They're really lovely to use. The drill holes are really large, especially on the saucer ones. I actually chose them because I just love the colourway on them. I just think they're great. They're party, aren't they?
Yeah, it is party central with these, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
You are going to want to go out dancing once you've got them.
But it's like a subtle party. So it's not too in your face.
A subtle party? Not with me around, love. There ain't no subtle party when I walk through them doors.
It's my kind of colours because you get that sort of multicolour, that funness, but it's still quite, because it's smaller stones, it's not so overpowering.
I get what you're saying, absolutely. Yeah. It's got the pizzazz, but it does it nice. It does it in a subtle way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you might be at a crazy party, all right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, Laura and I have got to go. We love you loads. Thank you for all your interaction today. Now to hand you over to a girl just as mad as me. Night-night.
The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can